Well, let's go, let's go, let's go. What's up, everybody? Hey, guys, bear with me tonight. I've been going through a lot this last week. Came down with a cold. Obviously, I'm still here doing this for everybody, but definitely couldn't miss this night. It was a huge night. We had a huge week with the Weighing In podcast. Most of you guys have realized that we had Habib on. If you guys haven't checked out those interviews, got Habib, Islam. We have his manager, Ali, on, as well as my ex-coach and their current coach, Javier Mendez. Great videos this week have dropped, and we had a blast, man. It was a great time. Let me get this all squared away. Sorry, but I'm getting a little bit over a cold, so I just wanted to let everyone know beforehand. There'll be a little bit of coughing in between, but we'll talk about the fights. Outside of tonight, there was really no big surprises, I don't think. I mean, in terms of the Wellmaker, that would be the only one that I felt like was a real surprise throughout this night. So that was the only one that it's very difficult to fight the unexpected, the unknown, like somebody you've never really heard of or anybody you've really have seen fight in a bigger circuit, all of those things. So, man, I also got to give credits, man. Bo Nickel, I was a little bit on the fence with him going into this. I was actually leaning more towards Rodolfo Vieira because I thought Rodolfo was going to throw more punches. He didn't do that. You've got to make Bo respect you right off the bat. He couldn't do that. He didn't do that, and it cost him the fight. He was waiting. You cannot wait for the faster fighter, the younger and the faster fighter, to get off. And it backfired on him, man. But overall, so far the prelims were okay. I'm expecting a big night, though, on the main card. I know most of you guys are as well. Bo Nickel with a great walk-off head kick knockout. Gregory Rodriguez, I thought, looked absolutely fantastic. And Erin Blanchfield, she did what she did. Not many people knew, not even I knew until I was talking to Alejandro Gutierrez earlier today. And he goes, hey, he's like, they already fought, right? And they fought in Invicta beforehand. I was like, no, that was so long ago. And I didn't know. And so I got to do my research a little bit better on that fight. But I expected Tracy to be able to stuff the takedowns and let the hands go a little bit. And look, once Erin Blanchfield was able to get the momentum going on the takedowns, they came a little easier and the submission came. So congratulations to her. I thought Ethan Ewing looked absolutely fantastic against Wellmaker. I thought he had one of the best performances of the night. And not that no one else, like none of these other guys had good performances, just to come in on short notice against someone who's got power, who fights, very composed and relaxed out there. And it has the hype train behind him. Ewing came in with nothing really to lose, man. He just came in, look, I'm going to come in here and get after it. And it was good to see him go out there and have success. I think Wellmaker will be like a Bo Nickel. He'll bounce back and he'll get after it on his return. But it's always good to see how you return off of a loss. I thought Pat Sabatini looked absolutely fantastic. If you say it's Fatima, but I did a movie with the girl and they spelled the same way as Fatima. It's Fatima Klein, but she looked great too. Angela Hill, she's had a rough road. She wins some, she loses some, but man, I always enjoy watching her fight. She always brings it. But I thought the first couple fights were very interesting, very good, good stuff. Bo Nickel with the huge win. Great, congratulations to him. And we're gonna go ahead and let me refresh this real quick so we can get these guys. There we go. And here we go, man. Beneil Dariush versus Benoit. I always say Benoit. Benoit Saint Denis is Angelo likes to give me a hard time because I say Benoit. My ears are a little clogged because I'm feeling a little congested and stuff. So I thought it was allergies at first, but just so happened, I think from the traveling from New York, New Jersey back to here, and being around kids all the time. My kids are in tons of sports and stuff. So hopefully you guys are jumping in and enjoying what's going on. And let's have some fun, man. Let's have some fun tonight. So I may have a couple people that just drop in, just say what's up. And if they do that, hopefully that'll be, we'll have some fun with them. Maybe they'll drop in between fights. I sent out a link to a couple people that might be dropping in here shortly. So we'll see if they do. If they don't, great. But we're going to have some fun. If you guys haven't seen the interviews, give me your guys' questions from the interviews. What do you guys have in terms of questions, in terms of like the interviews that I did with the guys? Drop those questions down below. And I want to thank you guys, man. You guys are always here. You guys are always supporting me. And it's going to be a fun night tonight. We're going to have some fun. I mean, I say we're going to have fun, but we're only going to have fun if Islam wins. So it'll be fun up until that. But I have a feeling, man, that his I have a feeling that he's going to be doing a damn good job tonight. So I think the wrestling will be key. I think the grappling is going to be key. I know that JDM, and I've been saying it for 2 months now, that JDM is one of the best scramblers that I think Islam's had to face. And it's going to be a tough fight for him, but I think he's going to get it done. So there's a lot of things I think that he does really well that people are overlooking in terms of JDM. He scrambles well. He works the body well. He's got great boxing. Kicks are good and fast. You know, he doesn't kick as much because he's so good with his boxing. So he relies more on that, especially as the fight goes on. But man, he's a fantastic fighter. It's going to be a very, very tough fight. So I'm looking forward to seeing how Islam carries the weight, especially later in the rounds 3, 4, and 5. How does he carry those? How does he carry that weight? You know, but there's a lot. There's a lot that JDM brings to the table that people are somewhat overlooking him at. And Islam has, I think, a lot of the remedy for him in terms of how he plans on getting the fight to the ground, how it could all come about. So, who had Bo Nickel as a KO of the year candidate? I mean, it was definitely a great shot. Let's talk about this though. I know you guys are going to call me a little bit of a homer, but man, the UFC, I guess, apparently is finalizing a deal to bring Yaroslav Amosov, the former Bellator champion, over. And I think that's just another addition to the 170-pound division, another stacked person to come in, and that will help stack that weight class. That weight class right now, I think I was always saying that the 135-pound division was the stacked division. And I thought it was the most stacked, but I feel like the addition of him, along with all the young bloods that are coming up right now in that weight class, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely insane. Let me see. Let's take a look at this weight class here in the welterweight division. You got JDM as the champ. Islam is going to be kind of somewhere in that rankings, I would imagine, somewhere in there after his performance. And then you got Bilal, you got Sean Brady, you got Shevchenko. These are all guys. I know Bilal's a little older, but Sean Brady's still young. Shevchenko's still young. Leon's getting a little bit older as well, but he's not old by any means. He can continue to fight. Kamaru Usman's getting a little bit older as well, but he still has something left in the tank. Ian Gary's young. Buckley's young. Morales is young. Prates is, mid-range. He's probably in the 33. I think he's 33 years old. And then you've got sorry. Then you've got Bonfim, you got some young and uppercomers that are really sprucing this thing up. And you add Yaroslav Amosov to that list, and I think it's going to be a very, very entertaining welterweight division for a long time. Should be fun. So that's going to be a great addition, I think, for the welterweights that I'm looking forward to seeing. Let me see here. Oh, whoops. Dun, dun, dun. All right, let's see. Some dude in the chat. What is some dude in the chat? Let me see what it looks like here, buddy. Some dude in the chat. I'm gonna read your. There you go. Let's see what you have to say, buddy. It says from some dude in the chat. Thanks for all you do. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for continuing. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. It keeps bouncing up and down, so that's why I'm having a hard time. You don't have to be here, but we're glad that you are. I appreciate you. Hey, thank you so much. I know you're gonna have to get used to my coughing a little bit throughout the night, but there's just no way I could miss tonight, knowing that I've done so much work, with the guys this week. And these are my boys, man. Like we trained together for years. I was telling, I had actually sent over a message to Islam, and I told him, I said, hey, no matter what happens, like tonight, you are. I think everyone at AKA is extremely proud of you. Habib's father obviously is very proud of him. Habib's proud of him. I know Javier is very proud of him. Everybody is extremely proud of all the things he's accomplished. I mean, he's taken his one loss and he's moved on, and he's been undefeated since, and he's challenging himself every step of the way. A lot of people would just sit and continue to just be who they are. They would just sit and continue to be the champion and try to collect all the easy checks they possibly can. He's trying to challenge himself, and I give him a ton of credit for that. So I'm excited to see how he does tonight. He looked good. He carried the weight well. I trained with him and grappled him a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that I'm giving him any type of rounds or anything like that, like JDM would. Physical body size and just overall, I'm fat out of shape right now. But it was definitely fun. It was fun to be around the guys again, get an opportunity to hang out with them and stuff. So definitely had a good time. Thanks for the chat. I was able to show your guys' chats. Hey, though you guys that had put up super chats, I'll try to show them as frequently as I can and get to them as best I can. Okay. Sometimes I might miss them. So if I miss them, my apologies. It's a one-man show on these live chats normally. So it's me doing the best I can. But hey, man, if you guys have any questions, I want to thank you guys. It says, I love you, Meat Rocket 69. You guys are hilarious, man. Love Habib and Islam. They're great dudes, really great people. So I wish I could explain to you guys how awesome they are. They're great to be around. They're great people. You know, I don't know. It's like kind of looked at like I am considered the older guy. Like Habib used to say, you old like my father, and Islam says you old like my grandfather because of the age difference. But it's but it's funny because when I train, I got to train with Chonko the other day, and when I train with him, they kept telling him, hey, like be careful with him, like he's like just respect him, be careful with him. I appreciate that because these young guys, man, they're studs. These young guys are studs, and Chonko is definitely. It seems like he's already got a huge fan crowd or he's one of the fan favorites out there, huge following already. So. And he was definitely fun to watch, hit pads and warm up and and do the bag work and do some grappling. It was definitely entertaining to watch him get after it, just in training. So definitely someone to keep an eye out. He had a great performance. If you don't know who I'm talking about, check him out. He was on the Dana White Contender Series, and he had a great fight on there. Dun, dun, dun. See, I'm reduce all these interruptions until tomorrow morning. Dun, dun. All right, so who do you guys have in the Dariush and Benoit Saint Denis? I say Benoit. Who do you guys have? Who do you guys have on this show? What are you guys thinking? And man, Dariush, look at this guy. Looks like a model, man. I'm gonna call him Salt and Pepper. He's Mr. Salt and Pepper. He's a good-looking dude. But man, Saint Denis is fantastic. Got some big power, good takedown defense. I thought the Gregory Rodriguez fight could have potentially been like a great fight in terms of a slobber knocker back and forth. It ended up being a good fight, but it didn't live up to the potential of what I thought it was going to live up to. But Saint Denis and Beneil Dariush, I feel like it just cannot be a bad fight. I could be wrong, but I feel like it can't be a bad fight. I feel like it's just one of those fights that are going to be extremely, extremely entertaining for all of us. What I should have got was throat lozenges. So I didn't think about that. Miss Megan O'Leary, she is back from having her baby, doing her thing. Of course, she would not miss such a card like this. She is absolutely probably the best in the business. I think she is the best in the business at this right now. And phenomenal work. Those of you guys that watch football, college today was the land of the upsets, as well as very close to the land of the upsets. Had some friends that lost a lot of money today, and I had some friends that actually tore it up, some of their underdog picks. So Oklahoma always comes to play when it's against Texas or Alabama. So they always come to play, and they came to play today. Oh, man. Those of you guys that are wondering why I'm wearing glasses today, I actually have like a severe ulcer in my eye I fell asleep with my contacts in. And so now I'm very sensitive to light. So having it all lit up is really painful as well. But hey, we're here to watch the fights. We're here to have some fun. I want to complain to you guys as much as I possibly can because no one else in my house listens. So I got to dish it out to somebody. How many of you guys can also relate to that, right? You guys go around complaining to your wives and your kids, and they're like, yeah, we don't care, Dad. Yeah, it is what it is. Oh, you think Benoit by submission? I don't think that, man. I think that the Dariush is the better grappler. He's better on top though as well. He can scramble his way to the top very well. I just wonder if Benoit is going to not Benoit, but if Dariush is going to come out and grapple. He's going to stand a little bit. He'll mix up the grappling. Will Saint Denis, will he come out and try to get the takedown or not? I know Texas A&M's comeback was insane. Was absolutely insane. They were able to pull. I mean, I just saw them against LSU in person. I went out to Baton Rouge and watched that game in person. And man, they looked unbeatable. They looked unbeatable that night. And then here, when I tuned in this morning, was watching them get their butt kicked 30-3, I was thinking to myself, there's no way they're going to lose this game. And they didn't. They came back, fought hard, and got the win, man. Great stuff. BSD by knockout. Now, see, I could get behind that. Alejandro Gutierrez, I understand. There's a good chance that he could catch Dariush on the come-in or on an exchange out of a scramble and catch him and put him down. You know, I think BSD was able to catch Dustin Poirier, you know, had him hurt. That's going to be Dustin's got a granite chin. And so Dariush doesn't have that same type of chin. So I think, yeah, there's going to be some stuff. Big John, did you see Big John Harawani's show? And have you seen the videos of his return to referee? I have seen some of the videos. Him and I talk all the time. So, you know, he's making his way. They're trying to figure out, I think, on the approach of, you know, the UFC. I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I don't know what the relationship is there or what, but I'm hoping that he gets to ref some of the biggest fights, you know, in the sport as soon as possible. I mean, nobody knows more than him when it comes to going inside that cage. And even if he just wants to sit, even if they just want him on the sideline, you know, making sure that he's the replay person or, you know, judging or whatever it is, trying to make sure that they get this right. You know, a lot of people have been complaining about the refs and the judging and all these things. Well, why not put the man who wrote the rules? Why not get him in there? See if you can help clarify some things. Get him back on, you know, in all of this, you know, and get him involved again. So we're gonna find out. We'll find out. You know, John is a big reason why the pod has done so great. And you know, if John decides he doesn't want to do reffing anymore later on down the line, I mean, shit, he can always come right back. So John's my brother, man. My brother from another mother. So him and I will have a lifelong friendship for everything. And you know, I'll never forget what he's helped do for me, and I think same for him mutually. So we've learned a lot from each other, believe it or not. So I'm a little upset over Beneil Dariush not making weight by missing weight by, I think, what, a pound and a half, somewhere around there. It's actually, if you think about it, it should be 155, but he made it 156. So he missed it by a pound and 0.2. And it's a little frustrating for someone who is that seasoned of a veteran to miss weight by that much. But I do think that BSD is going to go ahead and make him pay for it. So it's going to be a tough fight. I'm looking forward to seeing how this fight turns out. Give me your guys' selections. Who do you think wins and how? Come on. Drop it in the chat. Let's go. Got a big group here. I have a group chat going on. People are placing bets. Hey, what round should I take BSD? What round should I take Dariush? Who do you think wins by submission? I think if someone wins by submission, it'll be Dariush. If someone wins by knockout, it'll be BSD. If it goes the distance, I think it's going to be Dariush as well. I think he'll win. I think Dariush will be able to win the scrambles, end up in the top position if they do end up there. I think he'll be able to do some damage from the top, but I don't think enough to really get BSD out. If you go back to BSD's very first fight in the UFC, I mean, I thought he almost died in the cage. I mean, I don't think that referee's ever reffed another match since. But it just let you know that he can take some damage. He's tough as nails. No quitting him. So I look at Dariush, I think, by submission, or I look at BSD by KO. And I could see it. Alejandro Gutierrez saying in less than 2 minutes. That's a big ask, buddy. That's a big ask. Give me Benny by decision. Love that guy. I love Benny, man. Benny's a great dude, man. If you've ever met him in person, I don't think you could have met a nicer guy. Super, just very friendly, very soft-spoken, just an amazing person. Amazing person. Now, I've never actually hung out and had drinks with him. I don't even know if he drinks, but I'm saying we never hung out and had cocktails together. But every time I met him in passing, every time I shook his hand, every time I fist bumped him in the past, like in the hallway, he's always stopped and said something very nice and friendly. Like, he's a very, very nice guy. So those are great people to be around. No money on BSD, but bet half to win. But what'd you bet? Half round to win, unless you put submission on him. That's why I said that. Just stirring the pot. Love it. I guess the next question is, does it go past a round and a half? I don't know. Oh, ooh, nice kick. Oh, it's Alejandro Gutierrez with the right call. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's arguing the stoppage. He was out. He's arguing the stoppage, but man, Beneil Dariush was out. If you were going to take that, I would have said, and look, we called it. I mean, I know I took both ways, so I was kind of hedging my bet. I said Dariush by submission, and I said BSD by knockout. But man, Alejandro Gutierrez, you couldn't have been more right. You couldn't have been more right. Heck yeah. Great performance. Man, what a way to start off the card, right? What a way to start off the card. Wow. Okay. See, look at Alejandro Gutierrez getting his love right now in the chat. Everyone talking about it. Like, whoop, whoop. Oh, man. That was nice. That was nice. You got to give him his credit, man. Yeah, my concern was after the Charles Oliveira fight, Beneil Dariush, you just saw when he gets hit, he's not the same guy when he was younger when he got hit. So he doesn't take the shots as well. There's those little tiny uppercuts that land, but then bink right there on the back of the ear. Done. Yeah, he's out. Look at, he doesn't move for like a good second. I understand arguing it because it's just natural for us to want to argue that. Like, oh no, I was good. No. Nope, we weren't. Right there, right behind the ear. He caught him right on the ear / right behind the ear. Damn. Man, BSD has got some power. I never had that. I was never blessed with power, so I'm a little jealous every time I see someone get knocked out like that. That's why I had to kick so much. It's the only way I could actually get finishes by kicking. Oh man. What a shot. What an absolute shot. Look at this guy. Damn. The real deal. That's the worst part about all that, right? Is if you're Beneil Dariush, right? No, he doesn't need to retire. It's just like you're fighting the best guys. He's still ranked in the top, 15. I mean, I don't know if he'll be ranked in the top 15 after that loss, but I mean, you have to understand he's fighting the best guys. We still you still have Jim Miller fighting. You still have other guys that are still fighting. I'm not ready to get rid of Dariush. Dariush will always have some great fights. You put him against any of the young and up and comers, I think you end up with some great action-packed fights that we'd be missing out on if we just say he has to retire. So no, I don't think he should retire. I just think he needs to take a step away from fighting the best guys right now, in the weight class. Let me see. Let's pull up these rankings here. So we got the lightweight division. Let me pull up the lightweight division. Dariush was ranked number 8 or number 9. And then you had Benoit was number 13. I'm sorry, but I think Dariush beats Grant Dawson. I think he beats Mauricio Ruffy. I think he beats Michael Chandler. Moicano and him, that fight. Faziv's probably a very tough fight for him. He's got power, good takedown defense, but still a very good fight. So, I mean, I think you give him a break, man. You give him not a break in terms of time off. I mean, he's going to need at least, 80 to 90 days off after the knockout. But I think you give him someone like a Grant Dawson, someone who mainly wants to grapple, and you get Beneil Dariush, who's one of the best scramblers in the game. So not a lot of people are in love with Grant Dawson. And if you want to get him out of the top 15 rankings, you give him Beneil Dariush because I think Beneil can scramble him. So he can out scramble him and get to the top position or make it a fun fight to keep it on the feet. So those are fights that I think you could potentially make. Oh man, sorry guys about the yeah. Oh man. Oh yeah. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. There we go. There we go. Hey, also too, if you guys have not become a member, join our membership on the YouTube channel. It's $4.99 for membership to be part of the giveaways, which we will be doing here for Thanksgiving week. So next week, I'm going to pick 3 members, and I'm going to do giveaway for all 3 of them and send you guys off some element packages. That would be one thing, and maybe some special other stuff. So make sure you guys join, become a member. It's a $4.99 membership and a $1.99 membership. And I want to thank you guys, man. You guys have been awesome. You guys have been supporting me. We had a great week this week. I think we did a little over 700,000 views in just a week's time. Obviously, a lot of help from Habib and Islam, of course. But it's been a great time this week. We had a great experience. I had a great experience with them the week before in New Jersey and in New York. And also to getting a chance and opportunity this whole week to kind of just, follow up with them a little bit on how things are going the week of and feeling good about it all. So I want to thank them so much for giving me the time and the opportunity, man. It's good. It's good to feel that way about people you used to train with. I've reached out to DC several times. I'm trying to get him on the show and to no avail. So would like to try to get him on as well at some point in some time if we could try to do that as well. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But man, what a great performance from Beneil Dariush. And if you guys haven't checked out the interviews on our YouTube channel, make sure you guys check them out. So BSD looked absolutely fantastic. I think if Grant Dawson sorts his striking out, he'll be super dangerous. I would agree with you. I think Grant Dawson is one of those guys. He has all the potential. He just doesn't choose to let his striking go. And on the ground, he's good. He just has a tendency to just be a blanket. And he's also, I can't recall when's the last time he fought. And if you're not an active fighter, it's really kind of hard to keep you fresh in my mind. So those are all things to take into consideration. So Dariush has been KO'd by Arman Sarukian and Oliveira. And now, yeah, I would agree. Yeah, he has been KO'd by those guys. That's why I was saying, like, I was concerned about his ability to take shots, especially at the Charles fight, because the Charles shot, he just looked lost after he got clipped. And then there was no answer, just kind of like just was a shell of himself. So those are the things that make you feel like there's nothing there. The chin is kind of going. And I'd like to see him not retire. I want to see him have some fights with guys that are a little bit lower down on the totem pole, the Grant Dawson, the Michael Chandler, like somewhere in there, maybe even just beyond that, maybe not even in that top 15 anymore. So we'll see where he ends up. Leon Edwards making his return against Carlos Prates. How do you guys see this fight happening? And give me your guys' predictions in the chat. Obviously, give me your predictions in the chat. Let me know what you're thinking. And hit me up if you guys have any questions. Drop me some super chats. I want to thank you guys, man. You guys are awesome, dude. Thanks for keeping me going. Like I said, sorry about the raspy voice. Like I said, I also got this thing going on my eye. That's why I'm wearing glasses. Man, I'm a freaking hot mess this week. So, but it's been a great week for the Weighing In podcast. We have gained a little bit under 2,000 subscribers in just the last week. So make sure if you guys see our content out there, you guys share our content, let everyone know to follow us. And I want to thank you guys. Hit that bell and the thumbs up and the notifications. And, because I got some more interviews that I'll be trying to lock up and get done hopefully in the next week or two. So I got my fillers out to a lot of these fighters, and hopefully they get back to me. We can start getting them on the show on regular. So big time fight. Now, Leon is the guy, right, that has all the equipment. He's got the speed. He's got the power. He's got everything, man. He's so talented on the feet. And let's not forget, he has wrestling. His wrestling, he's the first fighter to ever take down Kamaru Usman in the cage. He took him down it was their second fight, I believe. Got to the takedown, right to the top position, right to mount. Just he can wrestle. He can stuff takedowns. He can get takedowns. So let's not count his wrestling out. I think in this fight, he needs to get after the wrestling a little bit early and then let the hands go as the fight goes on. I think the biggest question for everyone is which Leon Edwards is gonna show up. Look, I've trained with Leon. Leon's super fast, very, very creative with his striking. I don't know, man. I feel like he has all the talent, all the ability. We know he can do it. He's been the former champion. He's defended the title. Like, we know he can do it. So does he show up tonight and just let it all out? He's got to let it go. He's got to let his hands go. He's got to pull the trigger. He's got to throw more than ones and twos. And I think he can do it. It's going to be a tough fight. But Prates, man, he's a wild dog. He's that guy that everyone, he's that dog that everyone just goes, man, he doesn't care. He doesn't care if he wins or loses. He's out there having fun. Now, obviously, he does care if he wins when he loses. But it's like he's out there enjoying the moment. Those guys are very dangerous to deal with because they're fun to watch. And because they can just do whatever at any time and just be like, okay, look, I'll deal with it. Remember how Anthony Pettis was when he first came onto the scene? He was the guy that just like kind of threw it all out there and just let it go. So that's a big deal. Let me see here. That thing keeps going, man. Drop your questions in the chat. Let me see this one. Oh, where we at? Let me see. Give me your guys' breakdown on how you guys see this fight going. Man, this guy, Smoke. I was talking to Islam and he did the interview also. He's like, man, this guy, he's drinking like soda. He's eating like puddings and stuff. Literally, like, still has to make weight. It's wild. It's really, really wild to think that, right? So I don't know. That's pretty crazy. Doom, doom, doom. There we go. Let's see. See what's going on in the chat, fellas. I thought Bo looked absolutely fantastic tonight. Great job. What's next for Bo? I think they need to slow play him. I was concerned about him fighting Adolfo Vieira after his last performance. Him jumping Gilly on RDR. I was like, man, what is this guy doing? He's just overly confident. I think that all got checked. We saw the best Bo we could have possibly seen tonight. And I would like him to be a little bit more active with his striking, but look, the finish is what he really needed, at the end of the fight. He put a statement with it. That's all you want. You want from the younger guys that are coming up, you want them to keep looking for the finishes. You want them to do things that are unexpected. If I'm a promoter, I'm trying to build on that. I'm trying to build on everything that that they do. So all right. Here we go. Leon. He's got to let it all hang out, man. I think this fight could potentially end up being another fight that ends up being a quick fight. We could end up seeing a very, very short fight somewhere in this first round, maybe round and a half. You could see someone getting finished. Prates just fights so, I don't want to say reckless, but just so entertaining. Like, he's okay with just, okay, look, I'm going to get hit. You're going to hit you. No, a lot of people saying Leon's going to end up taking a nap. We're going to find out, man. Yeah, I think a lot of people are like, man, I'd like to see Leon get it done. But they think Prates is going to win. I see that in the chat right now. It's a lot of it has to do with, we just don't know which Leon's going to show up. We all want him. We all like him a lot. It's hard not to like him. Look at this. Look at that Tate. Tate's still doing his thing, man. His pink gloves. Look at him. Good on you, big Tate. Tate's the man. Love Tate, man. Tate's been around for a hot minute. Since what? Man, since he's been around since Ultimate Fighter 1. Holy cow. What are we like on Ultimate Fighter, like 60 or something? Yeah. Here we go, Leon. Big time fight. Big time fight. Dun, dun, dun. Yep. All right, guys. Who you got? Give me who and how. Leon by what? Decision? Prates by KO? Is that what you guys? That's what it seems like in the chats. Oh, Leon's gonna smoke this dude. Ooh, I like that. I can't read your name. I don't know what that is. Looks like a barcode. Sorry, I was trying to read your name, but it doesn't even have a name. I think it looks like a barcode. Not only that, but I mean, like, I wear glasses for a reason, my man. Everybody is Tate's favorite. Did you see Della and Denis brawl? Oh man, Dilla's Denis. This guy. He just wants to be in the spotlight every single time. Man. He's like a thirsty cat. Just chasing after all the little pussy around. It's this guy. He's wild. Prates by KO in the first. Prates by KO in the second. Everyone's not giving Leon any love, huh? No love. Jeez. Prates KO Leon in 3 minutes due to Leon's ring rust. Carlos KO, I think. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah, a lot of people are thinking they're hoping they're wrong, but whew. I don't know, man. Who there we go. Let's go back to this chat right here. What's my pick on Islam and really? Felix, why are you asking that? You know who I'm picking, right? Felix, are you a new member? You must be a new member. Felix out here asking questions like that. Oh, man. Palm wine Poppy. Is that why your name's Poppy? I want to be your kitty cat. Bro, keep that shit to yourself. Come on, dog. Let's see. I look. What's my pick? Of course, Felix. Yeah, I know. Felix. Everyone asking him. Get on Felix, man. Really? Really? Alejandro Gutierrez, you'll be right back. Where you going, bud? Picking this winner? Alejandro Gutierrez, who's winning this fight? Before you go, who's winning this fight? Here we go. Here we go. I know I need to take a shot right before the Islam fight. I do. You guys will see, man. I'm a wreck when it comes to the boys. I mean, if you guys go back, I think there's a video of it on our stream. I watched Habib and Justin Gaethje's fight with Big John, and Big John was just making fun of me the whole time. I was a wreck, dude. You know, all the things that Habib had been through, and just wanted to be there. Like, you know, just it's huge. This is a good fight, though. Let's go. Leon's gonna be the faster fighter. Prates is gonna be the sneakier, just wild, crazy one. It's not gonna be a traditional stand-up fight. Prates is gonna throw things that Leon's probably not used to or thinking he's gonna throw. But Leon's just got to get after it. He's got to go. There, right there. That speed. There's that speed. Man, Leon going a little bald in that corner up there in that back spot. Leon got that little ball spot going. Rogaine, baby. Rogaine. Leon got to get that sponsorship. I call Rogaine. Stephen Thompson. I'm pumped for this one. Yeah. There we go. I told you, right to the wrestling. Start to slow Prates down a little bit. It's only a 3-round fight. If Leon's able to get a takedown or two and make Prates work from the ground up, start to slow him down, start to take away some of his momentum. Leon could steal these rounds. What's going to be difficult for Leon is that Prates seems to be the taller fighter. So anytime you have a body lock, you got to lift and get him up off his toes to make him a little bit light. So you can try to foot sweep him or hip toss him or just try to break the balance a little bit there. Yeah, see, you say right here, it says, Enzo, you think distance is key? See, that's where I differ. I think that this is where Leon wants this fight. I would agree with you. Distance is key. He's got to be all the way in or he's got to be all the way out. He can't afford to be right there in that kickboxing and boxing. Ooh, I don't know about that. Why we separating him so early in the fight? Interesting. Keith Peterson with the early break. I mean, I know you got to get busy, but we're just getting the fight going. I would like to see Leon go ahead and wrestle a little bit. Get into these wrestling. Oh, that was nasty. Good little knee right there by Prates. Oh, yeah, you can see Leon wants to grapple. Leon really wants to get to this wrestling. There it is right there. Yep. There it is. I told y'all. Smart on Leon's part. Get them hooks. Sag him a little bit. I don't know what he was yelling at. Can you guys tell me what he was yelling at? Was he yelling at Prates for grabbing the cage? High IQ ref. Like, you got to let the guys work. I mean, it's the first round. You got to let them work against the submission. All right. What did Keith Peterson say about to Leon Prates or to Prates grabbing the fence? Don't be shy. Go ahead and drop it in the comments. Let me know what he said. Ooh, he's on that neck. I'm telling you, man, Leon doesn't ever get the love he deserves on the ground. Never gets the love. The guy can grapple. This does get taxing on your legs, though, for Leon. Good thing it's only a 3-round fight. In a 5-round fight, I'd be thinking to myself, okay, you don't want to hold on to this position too much. Now, you guys are saying, like, you guys look at these little tiny shots. They don't seem like they're much, but they do start to get to your brain a little bit. There you go, Leon. I like how Prates says the 2-on-1 defending the. He's got to give him the little hula hoop and shake him off if he can. Nice. Nice work by Leon, though, to sweep that leg. Sweep the leg like Danielson. Great work by Leon. He's got that little Dagestani handcuff. Oh, practice with his fingers in the fence. In the hooks. There it is, right there. There it is. There it is. There it is. Nice, Leon. Nice. He just doesn't get the credit he deserves in his grappling. Does not get the credit he deserves. Front ends, nice work. Like the mutual respect. Yeah, I think it's a great fight by Leon. See, this is the thing. You never know which Leon's going to show up. That's why if I was a betting person, which sometimes I am, but I just would never bet on Leon because you get the one that needs to get motivated in the corner. Come on, son, you can do it. And then you get the one that just comes out and smoke shows people. And I'm like, I can't rest. I can't bet $100 or $200 or $1,000 on someone that like you don't know which one's going to show up. You know, Prates going to come to fight, but he reminds me a little bit of the Kevin Holland type fighter where he comes out. He loves fighting. He loves to be out there. He loves the energy of the crowd. Those fighters are fun, but not fighters I would put money on. So I don't know if you guys, I got 10-9 Leon also. Great performance so far by Leon. I think it's a very smart fight, showing a very high fight IQ for Leon Edwards. Look at this. Look at Wei Li, man. I just think she's going to be too small. And I want Wei Li to win. I just think she's going to be too small. I mean, you take a look at what Rose Namajunas did to her, and then you take a look at Valentina's bigger, more physical, better grappler than Rose. I think all those things work against Wei Li. I'm glad that she's challenging herself. I look at the way that I look at it with Islam. Both of these, the main event and co-main event, are both taking big chances on going up. They could have continued to stay down and take the easy fights in their career. Not easy fights. I can't say easy. That's disrespecting the other fighters. But to take fights where they feel very comfortable and have been successful for so long. Nice. Leon can't take too many of those kicks, though. Look how relaxed Prates is. It's insane to me. I used to act like I could fight relax out there, but I felt like I was always tired. Like, come on. Yeah, there's that kick. Oh, he had to switch stance. No, Leon letting him get going. You don't want to let Prates get a rhythm going. You don't want to let him get. That was good. Nice on moving his hands away. But see, Leon's got to throw. He's the faster fighter. Throw. I think he's got to wrestle. Get back to the wrestling. Ooh, nice little knee. Those knees are going to be nasty. Oh, jeez. Oh, no, man. He's still out. Damn. Oh, man. What? He was looking so good in the first round. Good game plan. Everything was looking fantastic. Prates, man, he's that guy. You just don't you can't let him get any momentum. I think the fighting nerds are that way. You let them get a little bit of confidence and they just start having fun out there. And that's when the relaxation comes. Man. Jeez, man. Jeez. You hate to see it because Leon was looking good in the first. You can see the frustration in his eyes. Like, damn it. Just spink right there, straight left, right down. Came inside the guard. He was out. And then the follow-up. And he waited too. He waited for a second for the follow-up. Almost like as a mutual respect, like a little bit of respect. They're going, watch him drop. Watch. He waits, and then he sees Leon's eyes open and his head come up, and then he goes, okay, I'm going to finish. He waited patiently. Most people just run and jump and miss the moment, but he waited for Leon's head to hit, and then Leon's head still stayed up off the canvas. You can see Leon's out. There's no one home. Damn. Well, we said, look, I thought the first fight was going to be probably potential fight of the night. It ended up being what, a 20-second KO. This fight, we get under a round and a half. When we were talking about, I said, does it go around? Does it go round and a half? We said under a round and a half. Man, we should have threw some money down tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We should have threw some money down. I thought Leon was going to be able to get the takedown. He should have came out and wrestled right from the jump. That would have started getting Prates a little bit more worried about the takedown. So then he would have been a little bit more hesitant with his hands. But when he came out and let Prates just start pushing and just pot shotting and throwing stuff, that's when you start letting these guys get momentum. That little tiny bit of momentum is all it takes for the fighting nerds or for a lot of fighters. You give them just a little bit and they'll run with it, man. Do you give a little bit? Alejandro Gutierrez, I don't know. You ran off. You said you'd be right back and we never saw you again. So I don't know what you were saying. Oh, man. Hey, I saw a question up here I wanted to hit real quick. It says, I can't read it. Say Kane Lewis. Let me see where you at. I don't know why, but for some reason, like my chat keeps bouncing back and forth. Am I looking for a co-host or am I doing the show solo? Right now I'm going to do the show solo. But if you guys didn't see the last week midweek show, I did a show with Alan Juban. Really enjoyed my conversation with him. He's obviously a former welterweight, but he's also just somebody I've always looked up to. I think he's been a fantastic fighter. Not only that, but he's represented the sport, in a very I guess, positive way, and I love having a conversation with him. So if I can get him on as much as possible and try to work with him a little bit more, I would love to work with him. Alan Juban is a great person. He's a dad like me too. So we have a lot in common in terms of like things we want to talk about. But man, I loved having him on and just the how in depth we were able to get into the welterweight division and a lot of the fights on this card. And so man, I had a great time. If you guys haven't seen that show, go back and take a look at it. But damn, right down the pipe, straight left hand, clipped Leon, and looked like he was still there, but he was out. And then the follow-up shot, it was over. Damn. He just knocked him right off of his feet. He hit him while he was in the air. He was like kind of taking a little bounce step back while both feet were in the air. He hit him straight, knocked him right over. Wow. Talking to Hunter Campbell. We'll see. He's got a lot of potential, man. He's fun. Sits, runs around smoking, doing his thing, eating fruit pudding, all those things. I mean, I bet Islam's probably like, man, I got to just start eating some fruit pudding or whatever it is. Tiramisu, all that stuff. So, Gilbert Burns. Good fight, man. Good fight. I haven't seen that guy in forever. Ice-T. This guy, probably the funniest comedian on the market right now. I mean, Dave Chappelle will always be the funniest to me, but man, Andrew Schultz is the man right now. Absolute man. This guy, he's got little cameras there. He's got some cameras there. He's filming himself. Taking photos. I guess let me know, man. What do you guys think? Do you think Prates and JDM? I mean, it would be a fun fight, but I think JDM would be able to take him down, control him, that kind of thing. I think he would stand with him as well, but I think he would probably mix in the takedowns a little bit more. What happened to Big John? Those you guys, Jake K. Yeah, I'm trying to read it because it's small. He went back to refereeing. So he's in talks right now with a bunch of organizations, and he's been back refereeing now for about a month. And so it's just me solo now doing the show, doing the best I can. We were able to throw up a bunch of good interviews this week. So if you guys had an opportunity to check those out, please check them out. And hopefully you guys have liked them. We did Islam, we did Habib, we did Ali, and then the manager, and then we did Javier, the coach. Bear with me as well, guys. I'm sick, and I'm wearing glasses because I actually have an ulcer in my eye, so I can't wear contacts. I fell asleep with my contacts in, so I'm just damaged goods right now. Damaged goods. But hey, man, the fights have been awesome so far. The prelim card was, it was okay. But the main card so far is starting off with a bang. Great card so far. 2 fast knockouts, all within the first 20 seconds and the first round and a half. Absolutely outstanding. So, hey, give me your guys' talk and what you guys are thinking. Give John our salutes. Yeah. John, man, I mean, look, like I said earlier on the show, John will always have a place here. So if John wants to come back, John will always be able to come back. We had the show, I had the podcast that I was doing with somebody beforehand, my buddy named Sammy, who was a radio show host in the Bay Area. And him and I started off doing it. And then when he got married and started having kids, John and I picked it up and we took it off from there, called Weighing In. And it was great, man. Absolutely great. Yeah, I'm trying to do my best, man, to kill it this week. So we got the momentum. I wanted to go ahead and lay it all out. We're having a good time today. And man, I think I want to get your guys' opinion on this next fight. What's your opinion on the next fight? Who is let's go. Sean Brady and Morales. I think Sean Brady gets the finish by submission. It will be a tough fight. We've been blessed with 2 knockouts. I feel like we need a submission coming up. And I think Sean Brady gets it done by a submission. I think he gets the takedown. I look at Michael Morales, very similar to Wellmaker. Wellmaker is someone who is so talented, straight athletic, got big power. And I look at that, I look at him, I think to myself, they always try to just let the fight produce itself, and then they'll try to catch you and they'll try to knock you out in their moments. They live off their athleticism, they live off their power. And I look at the same way with Morales. You cannot do that against fighters that are good. Now, obviously, for Wellmaker, it was a little bit different for him today because he's fighting somebody he had never heard of, probably, or never seen fight. And so all he could go off is probably like his last performance was just 5 days ago or something, or last week. So he could only go off that. But I really do believe that Sean Brady's going to get this takedown against Morales. He's going to be able to control position. Let's not forget that Sean Brady was able to grapple and control Craig Jones on the ground. Mr. Craig Jones, who has all the answers for everyone in MMA and their grappling, well, he couldn't just in a straight grappling match get away from Sean Brady. And everything that I've heard about Sean Brady is physically super strong. And obviously he's worked a lot on his striking, since the Bilal fight, but also too moving on and moving forward. He's looked fantastic since his loss. And that's to be said. That's the sign of a true champion. Their records are very similar, 18-1 versus 18-0. Michael Morales is someone who's very athletic, very talented, but has a tendency to sometimes fight at a slow pace, at a pace that just kind of like, I'll just fight here. I'll fight. Like, he just does his own thing. And that's good. But when you're fighting somebody who is hungry, somebody who really wants to keep that title reign going, or that run to the title there, like Sean Brady does, he's not going to let Michael Morales just kind of just sit in front of him and dictate the pace of the fight. I think that Sean Brady's got a lot to prove, that he's going to come out and try to really get it done. So I think I look for Sean to get this fight to the ground probably in the first, I'd say, probably first minute and a half. And once he gets the fight to the ground, I could look for Sean to probably get the stranglehold on him. So, but you got to be careful, man. You cannot afford to get hit by Michael Morales. He's got power. He has athletic, and he's so relaxed and so composed. So it comes out of nowhere when he hits you. This guy. He looks a little different when he's not in a dress. So I know they have their national holiday in Ecuador. And yeah, man. Whew. They wear a dress on their national holiday. I guess it's once a year, but then apparently, as my boy Angelo would say, they've caught him a couple times, separate occasions. So I don't know. Maybe they just like getting dressed up. It is what it is. Doesn't mean that he's any less of a fighter. I'll tell you that. The guy can freaking fight. This guy is a dog. He can get after it. I'm interested to see how he does against somebody like Sean Brady at the level which Sean Brady's at. Sean just got to be very careful of taking the big shot. That's it. He's got to be very careful of taking the big shot. Because I think on the ground, it's just night and day. Physically strong I think he's physically strong as well, but I think Sean Brady's going to be physically the stronger fighter. So they get into this wrestling position and any of those things, I think that Sean's going to win those exchanges. Now, I could be wrong. Let's be honest. We haven't seen a really large sample size against top-level opponents for Michael Morales. Now, with Sean Brady, we've seen the Bilal fight. We've seen other fights. But, they kind of have, I don't want to say similar opponents, but they have a couple that are similar. And they also have very they have similar opponents, but they also have just guys that are getting a little bit older in age. Sean, his one downfall was the Bilal fight. They're both 18-1, one's 18-1, one's 18-0. So they are very similar in each other, but different styles. One is more of a striker. One's got power on the feet. Sean Brady's got power on the feet, but not as much of a striker as Michael Morales. And Sean Brady is someone like, if once he does get this fight to the ground, look for him to try to strangle you. And so I'm leaning towards Sean Brady to win this fight by submission. Say somewhere around the second round, maybe in the early third round. Give me your guys' predictions in the chat. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Who do you guys have and how? Brady wins by sub in round 3. Islam fight time is probably going to be around 11:15. I mean, I don't know. These fights are moving pretty fast, man. We're already on the third fight. There's only 2 more fights after this. And I don't think the Shevchenko and Weili fight's going to go 5 rounds. I think that Shevchenko is going to either, I think he's going to probably finish her sometime in the second or third round. I think the physical side is going to be too much. I think Weili, I mean, who knows? Weili may be able to catch her with something. I don't know. I find it hard to believe, but I mean, Weili's not a very big person. So she's got good wrestling, but I don't know if she's got the good enough wrestling to get this fight to the ground and control it on the ground. Shevchenko is big for the weight class. Let's not forget, man, she's fought fighters like Amanda Nunes and fighters that have been a lot bigger than Weili. So who knows? We may have a Islam Makhachev versus Volkanovski 1 in this type of fight where Weili is able to, scramble and get herself out of positions, be very difficult to hold down and take down. We may see something like that. But can she get the win? I don't know. I would lean more towards Valentina. And I actually want Weili to win this fight. Let's go. I'm picking Sean Brady to win this fight. I think he gets this fight to the ground. I think he's able to get the finish, the submission. Maybe not in round 1, but I think by round 2, possibly early round 3. I think Michael Morales is a fighter who, if you push him and you make him fight at a pace or an uncomfortable pace where he's got to wrestle and grapple, those athletic fighters have a tendency to slow down and sometimes wilt a little bit under the pressure. He's still young. What he doesn't know until he knows. And so in that situation, I think that Sean Brady's already experienced that, which Sean Brady which Michael Morales has not. He experienced with the Bilal fight, and I think Michael Morales has not yet experienced that. So I think tonight is the night where Sean Brady gets the submission. I think he gets past Michael Morales, and he basically continues to strive to see who's going to be next in line for the welterweight title, after tonight. I mean, it was something about these Philly boys, man. They all got these big rounded backs. You got Joe Pyfer, you got Eddie Alvarez, you've got Sean Brady. I mean, like these guys, they all got like these rounded backs and just like look physically I feel like all they do is just lift like, traps and lats. And I'm just like super jealous, man. Super jealous. Look at that. Look at that. Look at his back. Look at that. It's like just a bow. Just maybe it's the tattoo that makes it look just nasty. Look at that back. This guy built like a Greek god. A little jealous, man. I was never built like that. I was a little twig, skinny little twig my whole career. Hey guys, want to make sure you guys join our memberships. It's $4.99 for the membership or $1.99. That enters you guys into our draft. Basically, by next week, I'm going to pick 3. You know what? Let's make it 4. I'll pick 4 winners. I'm going to mail you guys off a box of LMNT for Thanksgiving. I want to thank you guys so much for continuing to support us. Also, too, we also offer a $1.99 membership, which we will get to your guys' questions as fast and as possible as we can if you guys subscribe to us and become a member on our YouTube channel. Well, thank you guys, man. Also, too, use the link down below in the descriptions. We have here LMNT. Use our link down below in the descriptions. They will send you a free package, bonus package with every purchase. So make sure you guys check that out. I know a lot of you are already chomping at the bit. I had several of our members hit me up going, hey, man, I could use another package of LMNT. We'll be doing the giveaways next week. And I'll reach out to you guys if you guys got selected, and I will get your guys' address and mail it off to you. All you got to do is just become a member. Now, this guy right here, Jake K, everyone's on steroids. Calm down, dude. Not everyone's on steroids, buddy. I mean, if I took my shirt off right now, you'd realize I'm not on steroids. Oh, all right. Give me your selections. Which round, who wins in which round, and how do they do it? Sorry, guys. Those of you guys that are joining me, I'm sick, and but I'm trying to power through. I wanted to do this for everyone because I know we had a great week on the Weighing In podcast. I think we did a little over almost 700,000 views that just in this week. So I want to thank you guys for supporting the channel, man. Keeping it going. I appreciate you guys. Continue to follow me. I think we gained another 2,000 subscribers just in the last 4 days. So it's been a great week for the Weighing In channel. I want to thank you guys, man. You guys have been awesome. That stupid Nate Diaz saying that is. What saying is that? Sean by submission. I would agree with Sean by submission. Dun, dun, dun. Come on, come on. Who else we got? Who else? Brady is 2 inches smaller. Morales is going to be physically bad matchup. I don't know, man. Those small guys, you say 2 inches. 2 inches. I know it's a lot, but 2 inches is 2 inches ain't that bad. He's gonna make it easier for him to get in on the legs. We're gonna see, man. It's a big time fight. Notice how he's wearing knee pads, making sure that Morales can't slip away. Knee pads will grip him a little bit better when he gets to that top position. Some big stuff going on. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Round 1. I would say Morales, but then how? Just I mean, obviously, I think if Morales wins, it's gonna be by KO. I think if Sean wins, he wins by decision or he wins by submission. Man, Morales is big. Look at him. He's huge. Look at the size difference. Holy cow. Look at the size difference. Sean looks tiny out there. And not just by height, like physically. Look at the size of Morales. That's the other thing. How much weight does Morales cut? He cuts this much weight. Like as the fight goes on, can he fight at a pace that Sean Brady can fight out if they continue to stand or if they continue to grapple? Let's go. Let's go. Come on. It's hard. It's hard to look at. He's got like he's throwing a snap jab. Look at Michael Morales, how he's got his butt out. He's got his butt out, and that lead leg is almost straight. I've never seen that really. He's like almost hunched over at the waist. Very strange. I've never, maybe I have. I've never seen someone interesting. Sean's having a hard time with that reach. One of you in the chat was talking about that earlier. You were talking more height, but I mean, the reach is definitely part of that height. That is a big advantage. That was a good kick by Sean, though. He's got to get after those kicks a little bit more. See, this is where I feel like Morales is one of those guys. Oh no, Sean's in trouble. Sean's in a lot of trouble right now. He's got to wrestle. He's got to wrestle. Sean just got to get him to the second round. If Sean's got to get in there and wrestle, got to get him to the second round. Man, Morales he's so big. He's enormous. I mean, they don't even look like they're in the same weight class. One guy looks like a lightweight. The other guy looks like a freaking middleweight. Holy cow. Yeah, he is hurt. Sean's definitely a little bit hurt here. But this is where I feel like if Sean can just get him into the second round, so just like a guy this big has a tendency sometimes to gas as the fight goes on. Sean should have taken that. See, he's bringing some big shots. This is where I feel like Sean's got to get in there and make him wrestle. Punch his way to the clinch. There you go. Oh, he's got to be careful there. Come on, shoot that double. Come on, get in there. Yeah, see, Michael Morales keeps winging those shots. And those are things you got to be like, as a guy that size, you can tell he obviously cuts a ton of weight. I mean, they look like 2 different weight classes out there. Sean got to commit to that takedown, though. He's not committing to the takedown off of that jab. Yeah, the stance too of Morales is really kind of throwing me off. the way he's got his butt out, and he's like kind of hunched over at the front because he knows he's got the reach advantage. Oh, big shot, big shot. Sean's in a lot of trouble right now. He's got to, oh, nah. Ah, fuck. What a performance by Michael Morales, man. What a performance by Michael Morales. Nothing you can say. That puts him right there in that mix. This young man is dynamite. Holy cow. This young man is dynamite. Man, it's so fun. RJ, the beat discipline, man, it's easy to say afterwards. It was a good stoppage. It definitely was a good stoppage. I mean, y'all here. It's funny when y'all get one right. Yeah, I told you. Beat discipline. I told you. He never said anything until after the fight was over, but I get it. I mean, do you have Morales versus Kamaru Usman? I mean, does he the number one contender spot? I mean, I don't know. And then do you have Ilya? Does Ilya, if Islam wins, does Ilya come there? Is it JDM? And then, I mean, he just, man. Sean just couldn't close that distance. He just couldn't close that distance. Damn it. I thought for sure that Sean was going to catch him, like get him to the ground. I also didn't realize, to be honest, I did not realize how big Michael Morales was until I saw him against Sean Brady inside that cage. I knew he was big, but like he just looked way bigger than Sean Brady in that cage. Damn. Oh, bro, I've been saying that. Yeah, right. You said it after. Man. Damn it. That's funny. Yeah, I would say the same thing. I think after beating Sean Brady the way he just did, I mean, you really only have one or two options. Let's go ahead and take a look at these rankings, man. Let's take a look. Let's see who we got here. If you're going to match him up against anyone, so now he's at number 2. He should probably be at number 2. You have Michael Morales, and Leon's going to drop down to number 4. Or Leon's going to drop down. Prates going to move up to number 4. So they're actually not that far apart. If you're saying that he has to drop down to fight Prates and Michael Morales will now be probably 2 and 3. Because I think Shevchenk's going to move out of that 3 spot. Inactivity is going to probably move him out, which it should. The guy hasn't fought in a year, I think, and he's been injured. He'll be out for another 6 months, it sounds like. They're saying that he probably won't even come back until the end of 2026. That's the middle or the end of 2026, probably like after International Fight Week is when it sounds like Shevchenko might be making a return. So you're going to move. Sean Brady's going to drop. Leon Edwards is going to drop. And that's going to put Michael Morales and Michael Morales and Prates basically number 2 and number 3. Belal will stay where he's at until he fights next week, probably against Ian Gary. So after the Ian Gary fight, we'll find out where Belal sits and Ian Gary sits. But if you think about it, right, I mean, if Belal loses, that puts all the guys, that whole top 3 is a whole new set of guys. A whole new set. You'll have Ian Gary, you'll have Michael Morales, and you'll have Prates, all 1, 2, and 3. Somewhere in that mix. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. This is why I think the welterweight division right now is probably the best division in the sport. Insane. Very insane. Insane. Great performance by Michael Morales. Got to tip my hat to him. You know, I thought Sean was going to get this fight to the ground and take it, but damn, what a fight. I didn't expect him, to be honest. I didn't expect him to be that big. I thought Sean would be able to kind of like walk him down, like close that distance, get into that wrestling position as fast as possible. Didn't do it. Got hesitant, kind of let the size and the reach and then get to him. That range, the way he kind of hunched over made it hard to get to the body. Very strange. I say strange, but very strange and effective. The way he kind of hunched over at the hips. And yeah. But see, Michael Morales just beat number 2. Why would he fall down to Buckley? Buckley just lost to Kamaru Usman. You know, you would probably have Kamaru Usman fight one of the top 3 guys if it does start to make a change. I could see that happening. If Islam wins the fight, they're going to do the Ilya, Topuria, and Islam fight. So then the welterweight division will be backed up for a little bit. So then you'll probably have, if Bilal wins, I think he'd probably fight Kamaru Usman because there's bad blood there. And that will be your number 1 contender spot. I could see that fight happening. And then I don't think you would fight Ian Gary and Michael Morales and Prates. I don't think you would have those 3 guys fight. Reason being is you don't want to get rid of one of your contenders. You want them to these guys are young, these guys are up and coming, these guys are fun and entertaining. This is what the UFC's always wanted. I think you keep those fighters where they're at. You let them fight somebody else maybe potentially coming up. I don't know. You know, with Ian Gary, you could probably do whatever you want. You could have him fight. You could probably have him fight Michael Morales, I guess. I don't know. You could have something like that. But I think because Prates and Ian Gary, we've already seen. So I don't know. But I mean, it makes for some fun action. I think she's going to be too big for Weili. I could be wrong. I mean, I was really wrong in the Brady fight. Really wrong. Hey, if you guys got any questions, man, drop them in the chat. Let's go. How does Topuria fight at 170? I don't know. I don't know how well he'll fight at 170. You know, I think if Islam is expecting him to come up to 170, which during our interview we talked about it sounds like he is expecting him because he's not going back down to 55, especially if he's the champion at 170. He's like, I have no desire to go to 55. I'm not making that cut again. And then, so that makes for Topuria to come up. I think if once Islam gets him in the cage, if he's able to get past JDM and they do end up fighting, I think if it gets past the second round or into the first round, I think the weight will be too much for Topuria. Islam will have had more time to put on the weight properly. After this fight, he'll be carrying the weight. He'll be lifting still. He'll still be preparing. He'll still be available to, he'll still be fine-tuning his 170 pounds that he's got to be working on to carry that weight in fights. I think JDM is a good fight for Islam. You know, a tough fight, but a good fight. I think Topuria is a tough fight for the first round, maybe second round, because of the boxing and the power he possesses, and maybe he is a little bit faster on the feet. But as that fight goes on, it's a big difference from jumping from 45 to 55 than it is to go from 55 to 70. 15 pounds is a lot. Is a lot. So I also want to remind people that, you know, Volkanovski weighed the same, if not, I think, a pound more when he fought Islam. So it's not like Islam puts a ton of weight back on at lightweight. He comes back in at 178. Well, Volkanovski did the same exact thing. So something to keep in mind. Islam, he didn't try to pack on too much weight for this fight. I saw him last week. He was walking around. He was walking around 191 pounds. Sorry, guys, bear with me, man. I'm sick. I'm powering through because I love this. I love this stuff. Also, just a reminder, if you guys have not subscribe to our channel, make sure you guys subscribe to our channel, hit the bell and notifications, hit the little thumbs up. I want to thank you guys. Leave a comment down below too. You guys can drop some chats, and I want to thank you guys. Also, hit it in the descriptions down below. Drink Element. They'll send you a bonus package with every purchase. I want to thank you guys so much for continuing to support this channel. We've grown 2,000 subscribers in the last 4 or 5 days. So we had a good week. If you guys haven't checked out the Islam and the Habib and Javier and Ali interviews, they were out this week. Drop those and check those interviews out. We had a great time this week, man. The channel did a very good week this week. So thank you guys. You guys have been awesome and rock solid for staying with me throughout, this last 3 weeks. And I want to thank you guys for continuing to support our channel, man. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you. It says right here, it says, yes, but never against anyone that big and strong to the knee pads will help more so. Yeah. I mean, I was expecting him to get the fight to the ground if you're talking about Sean Brady. Here we go with all the spam people. If you guys can take care of those spam people for me, I'd really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Welcome, fam. I want to welcome Mahad Harris Khan. Thanks for becoming a member. I want to thank you guys so much for becoming members, man. If you guys are all you guys are becoming members, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, here we go. We got Weili versus Shevchenko. What do you guys think? How does she get it done? How does each one of them get it done? And do we see this fight go the distance? Valentina's had a tendency. All right, all right. Someone said, okay, I'm late, but I'm here. I want to thank you for being late. At least you came through. I appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Yeah. I definitely wanted Brady to at least get one takedown so I could see. And I wanted to see. I thought for sure if the fight hit the ground that Brady was going to get it. Well, yep. Weili is a beast, man. Weili, you're saying Shevchenko by KO head kick. A little bit of that Jessica I stuff going on, huh? Says set your chat to where you can only send a message per minute. Why would I do that? Oh, just because of the those people? Because of the spammers? Normally I have lazy bed. Lazy bed's usually here taking care of all that for me. Lazy bed didn't make it tonight. Oh, there's that head kick. Nasty head kick on Jessica I. Oof. Nasty. I had Jessica I on our podcast right before that fight, and I was expecting her to really kind of just close that distance, get those takedowns, kind of bully her way into getting takedowns and forcing, a grimy fight, and it just wasn't there. Oh man, Weili, whew. Valentina, I was a huge fan of Valentina. Then during her Alexa Grasso time frame, she just kind of, I don't know, she played a really good heel. Like she was very whiny about her losing the title. She was whiny about, the draw. She was whiny about everything. And I was like, geez, man. And we had to see that fight 3 times in a row. It was horrible. I was just like, this is ridiculous. Go fight somebody, come back, and then fight for your title. But no, they held up the division for so long. I think that's a big reason why Weili had to come up and wait, because the division now is just like people have came and went already because they were waiting so long to get a title shot. There was no new blood coming in. So she kind of like single-handedly destroyed that division. At least that's my opinion. Yeah, Jessica hasn't been the same since. I haven't talked to her really since then, but I mean, like, yeah, very disappointing because I was expecting her to have a really good performance, man. She just had no way of getting in. Here we go, Weili. Man, she's wild. She's possessed. First ever Chinese UFC champion. Whew. She's gotten wrestling now. She worked a little bit, I believe, with Henry Cejudo. She was getting the wrestling down. Can she get Valentina down? Can she hold her down? I think Valentina's weakness is obviously, I think, her grappling, but she's good at taking people down herself. She's a weight bully a little bit. Like she's the person, and like when she gets to the top position and she's grappling, she's really good at holding people down. When she's on the bottom, she's not quite as good. And she doesn't defend submissions as well as you would think for someone who's been champion for this long. So do I think they'll ever have a women's heavyweight? No. No, they don't even have a women's they barely have a women's bantamweight. Yeah, they barely have a women's bantamweight. I mean, they got rid of the women's featherweight. So we're not even close to heavyweight. Although there was a video going around today of like somebody hitting mitts. And it was supposed to be a female. I don't know if it was because the wig was kind of in the way. But I don't know if it was a wig or not. It could have been their real hair. It was a very weird video. Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. Look how small look how short she is. I don't know. I want her to win because it would be great, historic. I think it'd be fantastic. I just don't know. I just don't know. My boy Angelo was supposed to jump on, but he's at an event and he still hasn't been home to watch any of the fights yet. So he's just fuming right now. Like, gosh, I wanted to get home and watch the fights. And so what I'm doing is I'm bragging to him right now that the fights have been action packed. Everyone's getting knocked out. It's been great. And he's just like, you're such a jerk. Oh, the fight. Watch here. The fights have been amazing. Oh man, he's probably just pissing. He's so mad, probably. Amazing and action packed. Everyone's getting knocked out. Everyone's getting KO'd. He's so mad. Oh man. I just told him everyone got KO'd, which really isn't a lie. Oh man. Here we go. Do we get another KO? Do we get another KO? What is this? I don't know what this one is. Weighing in. I'm a regular viewer on this show. I appreciate it. Oh, I hope so. I hope you are. Oh man. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go. Shit. Does this fight get I have a question. Does this fight get past the second round? Let me know. Do you think it gets past, the 3-round fight? Does it get past the second round? Does it get into the third round? Do we even see championship rounds? Weili by finger poke. Because Shevchenko's wearing her sunglasses. She's not getting finger poked. Oh man. This main card it's been going fast. It's been going real fast. Well, somebody who was on with Spartan, is it Spark? I can't read it right. Yeah, Spark. So we normally have a guy, his name's Lazy Bed. He's normally on here. He's normally deleting all the spam stuff. I don't know how he does it, but he normally deletes all the spam. So I've got to actually figure out how I can go ahead and it says, I don't get the glass. I don't get it either. She's inside. I don't know what it is. They look like some sort of glasses that maybe are like give you strobe lights. Who knows? I don't know. Make your mind operate and your brain operate. Kind of get the function of get your brain like getting used to that kind of pulsing and the pace. Oakley is apparently sponsoring her. You think those were Oakleys? Because they were ugly if they were Oakleys. I don't think I'd wear those. I know. So we all JB. I want Weili to win as well. I'm done with the whole Shevchenko thing, and it's partly because she was so whiny during the Alexa Grasso stuff. I felt like every time she talked, it was like nails on a chalkboard. I just was struggling with her, and I loved her before all that, but she just couldn't seem to take the fact that she lost by submission, and then she lost a draw, or she didn't lose a draw, but it was a draw, and she was all upset and butthurt about it. I was like, man, what's going on, man? Even weighing in is spamming me right now. Weighing in's even spamming me. That's not me. Weighing in's giving us the spam. Bullet versus Magnum, absolute cinema. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get him in the cage. It's Oakley. Is it really Oakley? Ugh. They're ugly. I kind of, what's funny is I was a little against like when Venom took over for Reebok. Not that I was a big Reebok fan either, by the way. But man, when Venom took over, I'm like, all right, they're mainly just like fight gear, stuff like that. How good can they? Their outfits are actually pretty damn cool. They do a pretty damn good job. Oh, Gary thinks Valentina isn't ready for Weili. I'm wondering if she's thinking she's overlooking her. A little bit of that. Weili's going to be fast. But the power, the ability to stop takedowns, all of those things. I mean, I'm cheering for Weili for sure. I mean, for the longest time, I used to say that I thought Valentina was, the best female fighter in the world, this and that. And then I'm like, so I'm over that now. I'm over that. I'm done with that stage of my life. Oh, and to think it's a -150 for Valentina and a +125. You would think that she would be a bigger favorite being such a long reigning champion. You would think, right? Valentina's been like the one that's held down the fort in the female division for the longest period of time. You would think she'd be more of a favorite against someone who's coming up and also has a loss, 2 losses to Rose Namajunas, who can't seem to get her foothold in the 125-pound division. Weili, I love that she's challenging herself. I mean, I don't know if it's good or not. We'll find out as this fight goes on, but I love that she's challenging herself. Jake K. Ronda is the best. Get the F out of here. Ronda was definitely definitely a legend in the sport. You got to give Ronda her due. Ronda is like in terms of the best ever. I don't think so. And I would say the same about a lot of the girls, the females that came before her. The game has evolved so much, so fast, especially in the females weight classes that no. She was very good in her time. Very good. Here we go. Here we go. Only a +125 underdog. That's crazy. Yeah, Chinese are going to conquer the world. I'm just trolling. I know you are. JK, I know. I know you're trolling, buddy. I know. Just busting my balls because you know you get a rise out of me. Just all shaft. Remember, Zhang is strong enough to pick up Shaq. I know. Yep. Maybe she slams Val. I don't know about that. I don't know. Yeah, Shaq's got to be what, 320? 360? Somewhere in there? Shaq was probably afraid that she was going to drop him and he was going to break his hip. Adrian. Yeah, I would agree. I think no, she definitely was a pioneer. Ronda Rousey was definitely a pioneer of the sport. She had her time in the sport. Just the sport moved on without her. It literally came that fast. Strikers, people figured out like, and I've said this too. John and I used to say this all the time. Once a fighter is beat by someone in the rankings or someone that is kind of exposed them a little bit, it just seems a tendency those fighters have a tendency to continue to lose the very similar ways. The blueprint has been laid out, and then fighters find ways to beat you. All right, here we go. Weili touches gloves. Look at the size difference. I feel like I'm watching Michael Morales versus Sean Brady again. At least these are different weight. Weili's coming up in weight. Wow. Weili is a very tough fighter. There you go. Look at the legs on Weili, man. Whew. So look at what she's doing right now. Valentina's setting it up. She's setting up the body kicks. Her first 2 strikes have been body kicks. Watch for her to try to go to the head later on, maybe by the end of the first round or maybe even into the second round. But she's setting it up with those body kicks now. She did the same exact thing with Jessica Eye. She went body kick, and then eventually came up top. Nice little Superman punch there. We're at 3 minutes and 45 seconds of the first round. Weili and Shevchenko. If you guys are just joining us. Weili kind of getting the feel out, trying to figure out the range. She's gonna have to deal with that distance. Valentina's very good at range. Ooh, very nice combination. That's where Valentina looked really strong there. Good knee to the body though by Valentina. This is where Weili didn't want to be. You don't want to be underneath Valentina Shevchenko. Top position, she's like a blanket. She just kind of hangs out in this position here. Ooh, nice little butterfly. Nice way to get back to the butterfly. She's going to look to try to elevate, sweep. It's going to be hard because someone's longer, taller. I would always try to do this type of position to Luke Rockhold and doing it to Luke. Very difficult because, you know, they're 6'3". Their base is going to be out there. They use their forehead as well as a base. She's coming out. You can tell that Weili has a good side. She was on the left side when she started to get herself back to guard, and now she's on her right side. So she prefers to be in that butterfly position. Oh, yep, she's coming up on the left now. There it is. There you go. Nice job. Back up to the feet. She's got to get Valentina working quick. I feel like Weili, she's able to push through and dig deep. We saw that in the Joanna fight. Like, she can push the tempo of this fight where I don't think that Shevchenko can keep up. She just got to be careful she don't get hit with something huge. Meat Rocket. Yeah, Shevchenko looks for far bigger. She's a whole weight class bigger. Weili, like, she's strong physically. You can tell she's physically strong. She's not a big person. Yeah, I would agree. Shevchenko has a tendency sometimes to be on top and not do much. She's like a blanket in that position. See, there's that weight bully almost position. Like, she just pushed her over. Weili's got to make this a dog fight. She's got to make this one of those fights where she's making Shevchenko work really hard. The one thing that benefits Weili is that if you've ever grappled with somebody who's got really short legs or is shorter in stature, they're very hard to hold down because, like, when you go to put your hooks in, they can just clear their legs real easily. It's hard to, like, get them into half guard positions because their legs are so short. It's very difficult to deal with them. Weili doing a good job. See, she's getting herself back to butterfly. They're so small and compact. They make it easier for themselves to get back into these butterfly positions. And she's going to be working really well to get into her half guard and then get into coming up on the single to the single leg, then back up to her feet. But here's that wet blanket thing. This is where Shevchenko makes her living, in the grappling department when she's on top. She's really good and composed at being in this position. Doesn't do much, just kind of like a wet blanket, controls the position, dominates the position from here. Weili's working herself, trying to work herself back to like a butterfly guard. Ten seconds left in the first. Weili and Shevchenko. Good deal. No, I think someone put 10K on Zhang, on Weili. I don't think they're worried. It's a 5-round fight. If you go back and you watch the fight between her and Joanna, right? Joanna won the first 2 rounds, whatever, maybe even the 3 rounds, whatever. I think it was 2. She was dominating. Joanna was dominating that fight. But Weili just kept chipping away and chipping away and chipping away, and she eventually just took over. She ended up winning that fight. Ooh, good knee to the body, though, by Shevchenko. You're thinking Valentina round 2 submission? I am a regular viewer of this show. I wonder why it keeps doing that, because I'm not doing that. I wonder if it's George. You know what? Podcast Dave is in NOLA right now at some event. I would imagine there's a lot of drinking. So he's probably just sitting in the corner somewhere having a whiskey and keeps typing in, I'm a regular viewer of this show. There it is. She's got to counter off of that. There. She got to be more active. This is what I want to see from Weili. She's got to put more into it. She got to have to catch her with something like that. A little spinning back fist, a side kick, a push kick up to the face. I don't know. Something that Valentina is not going to be really expecting. I'd like to see Weili get a takedown as well. Try to get to the top position because Valentina is not the same fighter off of her back. I'm at 4 minutes right now. Yeah, see the physical strength of Valentina Shevchenko. Dun dun dun. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, just the physical size. Valentina is just so much bigger. But here's the question: like you would think, right? Like if you're coming up in weight, 10 pounds difference, 10-pound difference. I would expect Valentina being the long-standing champion. I would expect Valentina to be able to try to get her out of here. Other fighters in the strawweight division have been able to get Weili out. I used Rose Namajunas a couple times. She was able to get her out. Not a couple times. She was able to get her out one time. But regardless, like Rose doesn't have the grappling aspect and all that Shevchenko has. Weili just stuck. The physical size is just a huge deal. Valentina just putting the heavy frame on her. You're almost in that stage right now with Valentina. You're at 315. I'm at 250. I'm at 245 is where I'm at. You're at 315. Yeah, she's moving to side control. She's trying to get to the crucifix. Give me where you guys are at. Yeah, she's in that top position, really looking for that crucifix. There you go, Weili, trying to get that butterfly guard back position. Yeah, JK, you're right. It was badass when she hit her with the head kick. I just feel like if Rose stayed busy and stayed active, man, she could be champion at this weight class as well in the flyweight division. I think she could beat Valentina. I think Rose could if she focused on putting the weight on properly and not just, and really try to make a run at the title. And everyone loves Rose. Love Rose. Yeah, I'm at 150 right now. 150, 149, 148. That's where I'm at on the time frame, guys. 145, 144. Yeah, Weili just has no answer for the grappling and the physical size. But this is where Valentina's just gonna live. Like no damage being done, just controlling the top position. Nothing really going on. Ah, yeah. This is what I was afraid of. I was just hoping that Valentina would really try to work for a submission or some sort of position to do some damage. There you go, Weili. Really having success trying to get to that butterfly, but she got to get back up to her feet. The pass right to the half guard. Weili's got to let go of the head and start trying to dig that underhook. She can't afford to allow herself to keep living in that area. George Harris. George got off of the weighing in one and just came in and was like, yo, I'm a regular viewer on this show. My man Georgie. How you doing, brother? George entered the chat and now we have a boring fight. Come on, George. Tell him let's get going. Let's get this thing going. Yeah, I would love to see them bring over Dakota Decheva. There was a lot of talk of them trading Marab for Dakota with the PFL. There was talk of that before Marab became champion. So, but I think eventually Marab, I'm not Marab, but Dakota will end up coming over. I think her versus Valentina would be a fantastic fight. I just don't think that Valentina has. I don't think she has the speed or the ability to do anything to Dakota. Dakota's proven so much. She proved me wrong multiple times. I kept thinking that fighters were gonna be able to get her down and take her down. And just she's done a great job at defending all those takedown attempts. Yeah, Yeah, I would agree, man. This is what Suarez should have done to Wei. Just couldn't get it done. Couldn't get the fight to the ground. Says, I'm not typing that. I'm a regular viewer. I'm just blocking the spam. I don't know why it's saying that for you. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know. I don't know how it came out. It's got to be Dave then. So podcast Dave is in NOLA right now. He's probably tipping a couple whiskeys back and typing in, I'm a regular viewer of the show. Very interesting. Very interesting. Huh. Maybe he's got it on like speed. I don't know. He's got it on like a autofill. Well, the card was going fantastic. Very action packed. And then Valentina entered the cage. Ugh. Very frustrating, man. Very frustrating because Wei Li's not a fighter that normally fights like this. She's usually brings the action. Valentina, look, you got to give her credit. She's a technician. She fights very smart. She's got a very high fight IQ. Come on, Wei Li, get in there. But anytime she gets close enough, you're gonna see her. hmm. Love you, George. Kick the spam's ass. We love you, buddy. Yeah, I think Dakota Sheva right now. I think she beats Wei Li. I think she beats Valentina Shevchenko. I think she does. She's tall, she's long, lanky. I think she's faster. I think she's a nasty, nasty striker. I mean, Wei Li's got her hands full right now. She can't close the distance. She can't get in. Shevchenko's just kind of picking her apart. Here we are in round 3. Look for Valentina to get a takedown here soon. Try to win out the next round or so. Oh, there's no spinning kick. She's just too small. There's a reason why there's weight classes, ladies and gentlemen. There's a reason. It was very much like how Valentina kept trying to go up to challenge Amanda Nunes. There's a reason why there's weight classes. You know, Amanda is a lot bigger of a person than Valentina, and it just showed. And the same thing happened with Joanna. Joanna went up to fight Valentina. Same thing. There's a reason why there's weight classes. You're very good, especially I think in the females. Like in the males, you can get away with it here and there on the 10-pound jump. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how Islam handles the 15-pound weight jump. See, this is the thing. Why is not like Valentina? She's the champion. She should be like, I don't want to say chasing after her, but like, let's get this going. Oh, that was a good knee, though. There, I think she realized that was a good knee. Yep. We see Wei Li take a step back and drop the elbow. Yeah, if I'm Dana White, Ed, yeah, Ed Fa is I can't read Ed Pete. I can't read it. It's too small. I would agree with you, Ed. Like if I'm Dana White, I'm pissed off, man. I'm like, get out there and finish her. Like you're obviously you can dominate this fight. You just got to go. Instead, I'm watching you just bounce up and down in the middle of the cage. I'd be so pissed if I was Dana. Nothing worse than having a champion that just like is comfortable, just kind of like, okay, let me just land a shot. Let me just land 1-2. It drives me nuts. You have the smaller fighter really trying to is the one that's setting the tempo against your heavier fighter. See? Then right to the takedown. Yep. Jeez, man. Got to give nothing but respect to Wei Li. But right now, I've gotten to this point where like Valentina, she's not out there really like to win fights. She's just out there to win fights. You understand? She's not out there to finish fights. She's out there collecting her check. She's comfortable being right here, no damage, winning, having the rounds tick away. She's comfortable here. Let me land one shot. Let me see if I can get past. Let me see if I can go to 3/4 mount. Let me see if I can get to half to side control. But nothing like, yeah, she's comfortable just being here, not doing much. I'm winning the round. I'm winning the fight. Collect my check. Drives me crazy, man. If I'm Dana White, I'm like, I just put you on the biggest card of the year. And this is what I get. We were having knockout after knockout after knockout, and then you lay a goose egg like this. And it's no fault of Weili. Weili's the one trying to get after it. Weili's the one trying to push the action. I'd be very frustrated if I'm Dana White. If I'm Hunter Campbell, if I'm Dana, if I'm Sean Shelby, if I'm all, and I'd be extremely frustrated. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit. Can I get more of that, please? But then just back to the carpet, back to the wet rug. Yeah. Very frustrating. Yeah. I mean, I'd be really frustrated. I think I'd be frustrated for Weili. If I'm Weili, I'm thinking like this sucks. You know, I was hoping to actually get a fight out of this. Instead, I'm just getting blanketed. But that's part of fighting. I get it. You know, just point spar. Yeah, exactly. This is just point sparring. I don't think I'm being too harsh on her. Ultimately, look, she has gotten to the point in her career where like there's really no one else for her to fight. There's no one else for her really to challenge. She needs to be the one that goes up and fights like Kayla Harrison, and she should be going back up and doing this. I'm glad that Weili's tested herself. I really am. But let's see how Valentina does against Kayla Harrison. Let's see how Valentina does against the next one up in line there. I'd love to see Juliana Pena. Juliana Pena is not a big 135 pounder. She should be fighting at 125. I would love to see Juliana Pena and Valentina Shevchenko fight. That's a fight I'd like to see. Give me that. Give me that fight. Give me one of those fights. And she might beat Juliana Pena, but at least I know Juliana Pena is going to bring the action to her. Juliana Pena is going to fight hard. Like Weili's trying. She's just physically not big enough. Valentina doesn't have to respect anything she does. Oh, there we go. That body kick or those body shots are hurting Weili. Yeah, size is definitely a big factor. Yeah, I know. That's what really like Romeo. That's exactly what I'm talking about. How mad she was that she had to fight Alexa Grasso for the third time. I'm like, you literally got submitted. You got finished in the first fight, and then you lost, not lost, but then it was a draw. I felt like you shouldn't have gotten the fourth fight. I didn't understand it. Or whatever it was, the third fight. I felt like I'm like, why are we holding up the division? And then she was so whiny during that whole time. Yeah, this version of Valentina stands no chance against Amanda. I don't know. Amanda's been away for what, 2 years now? So, but I don't, she stands no chance against Kayla Harrison. None. Like, not at all. I just love that Weili is the one bringing the action. If Weili wasn't bringing the action, we'd have a boring, it'd be even worse. George Harris. What, George? Why do you keep saying you're a regular viewer? I wonder if it's like if you get off the chat and you come back on the chat. I don't know. I have to figure it out. Ooh, there we go. But Weili's the one bringing the action. She was the one taking the center of the cage. Now you got Valentina coming forward a little bit, which is kind of nice for once. Yeah, I was hoping that Weili would have a little bit. There we go. Did that land? She's trying to land that head kick. Valentina is. Oh, you think I'm the only one that sees that? I'll talk to you guys about the Islam fight once this fight is over. Yeah, I'll definitely give you my take on that fight. We're 2 minutes in on the fourth round of the Weili and Shevchenko fight. If you guys want to follow along, I wish there was more to talk about, but this fight is obviously this has been the best round of the whole fight. The first three rounds, Shevchenko was just kind of like getting to the takedown and controlling, not doing anything. Now she's like just kind of cruising, staying on the outside, waiting for Weili to overcommit and try to catch her with something. She's comfortable just trying to pot shot her. She feels like she already won the first 3 rounds, which she did. So she's got the fight in the bag. So now for the next 2 rounds, she's going to stay on the outside. And if the easy takedown comes, she'll take it. If not, she'll just stay here and wait for Weili to come to her. There's no reason for her to push herself. There it is. Just like I said, just wait for Weili to come to her, for her to make a mistake and try to get the easy takedown. Yeah, what's going on with all these? I'm a regular viewer. I feel like it's spam. I think you're the only one that can see that. Interesting. I wonder why. Late comeback. What's a late comeback? I'm a regular viewer on this show. Interesting. There's so many of them from George and from Wayne in. I wonder why it does that. You guys become a member. You guys can win some giveaways. I'll be doing giveaways before Thanksgiving next week. So make sure you guys become a member. The $4.99 membership is available. Also, use the description down below in the description down below for Element. Every element you purchase, every time you purchase something from Element, with our link down below, they'll send you a bonus package. You know, I had a couple friends. They actually sent them some Yetis, sent them a couple of hats, sent them a water bottle. So if you guys use that link down below, they'll send you a bonus package and some extra gifts. So use our link. I want to thank you guys so much for continuing to support us and this channel. Like I was saying, we've gained about 2,000 viewers in the last 4 or 5 days. So that's obviously because of the interviews that we've done this week. And we've had a great week, man. George was a big part of this week. And I want to thank him so much for, doing a great job this week. So appreciate it. Those are the bots. Oh, they are? Are you saying Tarek? Is it Tarek? He's saying those are the bots, but it's coming from my own channel. You guys got to walk me through this type of stuff. Yeah, so Ahmedo is I am a regular viewer. He says it too. Now it's coming from a bunch of different people. It says those are the bots. Why would it? Yeah, this is definitely Iba. Yeah, it's IBZ. It definitely is a horrible fight. I just feel bad for Weili because she's, you can tell she's worked so hard. She really wants this. But Valentina is comfortable with just kind of skirting through right now. It's going to be 50-45. I think this last round is going to end up going the same way. No sense of urgency to finish this fight by Valentina. She gives zero Fs on trying to finish this fight. So I'm going to just stand here. I'm going to take it down. Yeah. I know some of you guys were saying I was kind of being a little bit too hard on her, but for me personally, you're fighting someone who you're dominating. You should be able to get this fighter out of here. It doesn't even seem like there's an effort to get her out of here. It's just about, hey, let's just go ahead and keep doing what I'm doing. I'll stay on the outside, let the rounds tick away. And knowing that Weili's gonna have to push the pace, try to get her out of here, then I'll potentially try to get the takedown. When I get the takedown, I'll just control the top position and let the time tick away. Once Valentina's able to get a hold of her, she can lift and scoop her, and there you go. That's where she's at. She's going to just chill here for a little bit, try to get her hands locked, try to lock the body lock, try to lift and scoop. Yeah, there's nice work by Weili, though. Very tough. Tough fight. Definitely a more boring fight. I get that they're working hard. I understand all those things, but very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. Is this really live? What do you mean, is this really live? Yes, this is really live. Sue you? Yes, it's really live. I'm at 350 right now. 349, 347. Where is USA is Josh? Oh, where am I at? I'm in Texas right now. The hashtag and new. Yeah, a little frustrating, right? We had like knockout finish. Like it was, there you go. Just the double unders right to the body lock, the takedown. Weili's a little frustrated. Like, I get it. They're asking if what's live. This show? Of course this is live. I'm answering them. Hey, George keeps saying I'm a regular viewer on this show. I don't understand why that keeps happening. I know. Well, it's not that she's not giving resistance. She's just not physically able to give that type of resistance. I don't like what Weili's doing with the right arm. See, she should be digging that right underhook and digging herself out to the right side. She's just not doing it. She keeps grabbing the head, which basically just holds you down in place, and it's almost like you're giving them a hug. Who won the brawl? I know you get it. Yep. Yeah, she can't get up. I mean, she was getting up fine in the first round, second round, she was getting up, but I think that not Weili, but Shevchenko. Look at this. Look at like the ground control. Like there's no damage being done. It's really just holding her there. There's no strikes. Shoulder pressure, one punch. One punch, two punch. I know. I can't wait for the next fight. I'm already past it. Okay, okay. Whenever you block a spam person, it shows me, it says you're a regular viewer. Okay, I like that. Okay. Meet Rocket 60. I'm a regular viewer of this show, so you must be when you guys block people. I'll take that. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for doing that. I agree with you, media arts. I agree. Let's just start calling her the blanket. I mean, like I've had it like up to here with her. Like I've wanted her to be like I was such a huge fan, knocking people out, like grinding away on people. Like I was a huge fan. Now she's just basically just trying to do whatever she can to win fights. Just hold them down, control them, not trying to finish. This is what we're going to get. How do you have somebody who could be so dominant at 125 fighting someone who was dominant at 115, but coming up 10 pounds, obviously the smaller framed fighter, and you dominate all 5 rounds, but couldn't get her out of there. But like you weren't even close. You didn't rock her. You didn't knock her out. Like you didn't hurt her. I mean, maybe they're like one of the body shots early in the fight kind of hurt her, but you never had her defending submissions. There was no like big elbows that cut her. She's not even bleeding. Very frustrating. And then now, like you try to act active, it's like 15 seconds left. It just, yeah, very frustrating. One of the best cards of the year. One of the very, very best cards of the year. And then to act like this, like you, yeah. If I could, I'd turn the channel. So frustrating, man. So frustrating to see it. Absolutely just, yeah, she is. No, I did. I wanted Weili to win. Valentina is definitely good. You can't take it away from her. She's good. You would expect, I would expect more out of her. And then she's gonna go off and do her dance and all this other stuff. They're gonna give her the mic and she's gonna talk. And I think just the voice, her voice lately to me, every time I hear her talk is like nails on a chalkboard. I don't know what it is. It sucks because I used to be such a fan, huge fan. Like I said, the Alexa Grasso like whininess kind of lost it for me. That's what killed it for me. All right, well here we go. The main event is up next. Let's talk about the main event. There's not much to talk about in this fight. It was very one-sided. And Weili just she got thrown around. She was too small. You know? Oh, Josh has the best roundhouse kick. That's right. I'm glad you guys didn't forget yet. I'm glad you guys didn't forget. Although Valentina had a good one against Jessica I. There was another one that happened tonight. Bo Nickel had a great one tonight. Got to give Bo his. Got to tip my hat to Bo, man. Bo had a great one tonight. Absolutely fantastic. So good. Shevchenko 48-47. Most of the scorecards 50-45, 50-45, 50-45. It would be awesome if they announced Weili won, just so I could see Shevchenko's face change. It's hard. Oh, I'm done with the dance. Get it off my screen, please. I'm done with it. Yeah. All right, guys, tell me what they're saying. Yeah, Bo's kick was awesome, man. Bo's kick was fantastic. Well, media arts, I can't tell you what the commentary is like because when I do this, I can't listen to the commentary. So, because of copyrights and this type of stuff. So, yeah, I can't listen to the commentary. So, I actually rely on you guys to tell me what it's about. Yeah, congratulations. Here's an empty can. Because none of the, yeah, I understand she dominated a great fighter. That's not my argument. My argument is okay, that's great. I'm very happy for her in that she's very good. There's no like I can't get around the fact that she's not good. My point is that at no moment in that fight did it look like she was trying to finish her. She had her beat. She knew that she could take her down at will. Anytime she got to a body lock, she could dominate. I didn't understand why there was never a moment to like try to hit a submission. She didn't threaten one submission the whole time when she was on top. She was on top for 2.5 minutes almost every single round. So that being said, why didn't we see more attempts on trying to get finishes? That's my point. You are such a dominant champion at 125. Now you're fighting the dominant champion at 115. Wouldn't you want to try to push to get a finish? At no moments during that fight was she trying to get a finish. Not one. No submission attempts. Like it wasn't until the very last 15 seconds of the 5th round that she finally posture up and try to land strikes. This young lady right here, I like to see. This should be a fun fight. Let's see. Whoever's next, right? So I don't know. I'm on the page of yeah, man. I don't know. Yeah, Sean Brady was completely outclassed. Okay. Michael Morales is a lot bigger than I thought. He's enormous. He is so big. And Sean had a hard time with the physical size. Chonko and Dylan Dennis, they got into it, I guess. Someone just George just sent me over. Chonko and Dylan Dennis just got into it. Dylan Dennis will no longer be allowed at the UFC events. Oh, buddy. Oh, man. Let me see if I can see this. Chonko and Dylan Dennis. Let's see. Yeah. This is great. Let me see. Oh, I got to turn the volume down. Oh, who is Dylan Dennis? Who is Dylan Dennis trying to get on? Interesting. Chonko is the man, dude. He's a gamer on the feet. Let me see. I'm trying to watch this video. Oh, more scraps. Oh, I don't know. They got into it with Dylan. Somebody else got into it with Dylan first. John the Pork. Oh, I'm trying to see who this is. There's a lot going on. I don't know. They got into it quick. Oh man, someone got shoved over. Why is it always the same people? Let's see. Wild. Lot going on. Who is this? These guys are all. Chonko was there. Yeah, they're all. Dylan Dennis, do it. Dylan Dennis, man. He will never be allowed. He will never be allowed again in the UFC. They're not going to allow him to have tickets, come to events. You see Hunter Campbell. Trying to see who this guy is. Who is this guy? It's a guy with tattoos all over. So, that's Dylan from his back. I don't know. I can't hear what Whaley is saying. She's saying she just got held down. Was he tap? Dylan got smashed. I don't understand why he goes to the events trying to start shit. I don't understand that. Like, why go to these events if you plan on just like talking trash? I wouldn't say. Look, I thought Morales. Sure, he was big. And he was bigger than Sean, like physically bigger than Sean, but I wouldn't say that's why he won. With Valentina, it's different. When women give up 10 pounds like that, like there's a big difference. And Whaley doesn't seem to be a very big female fighter for 115. She seems about middle of the road. Like I don't get the feeling she cuts a ton of weight to make 115. So she just physically was seriously not big enough to fight at 125. I like that she challenged herself. She'll probably go back down to 115, defend her title, or whatever, fight more there or whatever, fight the winner of the title fight there. Oh man, they're arresting Dylan Denis. What are they doing? All this stuff going on. This is wild. Like, why do all of this? Why come to these events? Why I don't know if he got free tickets or I don't know if he paid for these tickets, but why? Why go through all this? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, looked like he was trying to get into it with Abu Bakr. I mean, this guy right here, Mosvar Evolov, man, he's a dog. He's tough. These guys, what are they doing? Yeah. GSP, man, he's the man. He is my GOAT. As of right now, he is my GOAT. I love everything about him. He represents the sport to the best of his ability. Even now, after he's left the sport, he is my GOAT. He is the guy that I consider to be the GOAT. I think. These are the type of things, though, when you see. I wish this wouldn't have happened before the fight. Islam doesn't need these guys, his teammates fighting, before, and now his mind's not really on the fight. Like he's got to make sure that these things don't happen. I understand like Dylan's that guy. He brings the fucking worst out of everyone because he's annoying as fuck. But yeah. What did Zhang say there, George? Zhang said she'll take some time and think if she wants to move back down or stay up at class. I don't know. We'll see. Sorry, guys. I'm sick, man. Islam versus Morales for the belt. I don't think so. You're going to end up with if Islam wins, it'll end up being Ilia Topuria first, I would imagine. There's no way Dana's going to pass on that. There is no way that Dana is going to pass on that. He's going to have to put that together. That's a huge money fight. Ilya has a chance to win a third title. Islam has a chance. That's the biggest fight you can make right now in the UFC. There's no other bigger fight than that. John Jones and Tom Aspinall, not that big. John Jones and Alex Bahia, not that big. Ilia Topuria and Islam is the biggest fight you can make in the sport right now. So, yeah, Dana said Morales, one more fight and then title shot. Yeah. We'll see. Islam versus Hamzat will never happen. Islam is not going to go to 185, and I don't think Dana's going to allow Hamzat to come down to 170 because he can't make the weight, and there's no reason to. He's already dominated the champion at 185. The only way I can see Hamzat doing anything is going up in weight. I only see him going up in weight. I talked to Islam this week or last week, and he has no interest in going to 85. He just said, like, honestly, he's like, I'm struggling to keep my weight on at 170 to fight at 170. And that's tough. Like when I was fighting at 155, I would go to bed at 172 and wake up 164 because I would burn so much weight in between, in the middle of the night sleeping. So I had to actually wake up in the middle of the night. I moved a microwave in my room. I put a little bowl of oatmeal in there. It just turned over and I had it set to 1 minute, and I would just instant oatmeal, and I would just hit start, at like 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning, so I could get some oatmeal in me and then go back to sleep. So if I could share some fitness tips with you guys, I would say drink a lot of water. That's one thing I don't do enough of. Is I would say drink a lot of water. Drink it's at least 4 to 5 liters a day if you can. And just, the water makes a big difference in just your skin care. Like you don't realize how much your skin changes based off of how much water you take in. So not just that, but obviously how you digest your food, all of those things. So, yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. No way Jones and Alex is bigger than Ilya and Islam. There's no way. Nope. John Jones has never sold 1 million pay-per-view buys. Never. Alex has never sold 1 million pay-per-view buys. Ever. So it could be a big fight. I agree. It's the second biggest fight you can make right now, but it's not as big as Ilya and Islam. Islam has all of Russia, all of the Middle East behind him. All of the Muslim religion is going to be back in Islam. And then you've got Ilya Taporia, who's got all of Spain, all of Georgia, and he's got a following. He's got star power. He's following that same Conor McGregor-esque kind of thing. He's undefeated. He's got 2 titles. That's what you're gonna see. Like, I mean, that's the biggest fight you can possibly make, and the UFC knows that. They have to grab it while they can. Prates and Morales makes for a very good fight. A very good fight. I'd love to see that fight. Well, Islam and Ilya, they're not selling anything because everything will be on free TV after January. So for that fight, yeah. Drink mild hot water. What someone said with LMNT said, drink mild hot water with honey, Josh. Yeah, I know. I know. I've been doing honey, and if you put a little bit of like red onion and you boil it together with the red onion and the lemon. I've been doing that with a little bit of honey, and I've been taking that. Yeah, guys, I had to power through for you guys on tonight. So I want to thank you guys, man, for tuning in. I know my voice is a little raspy now, and I noticed that a lot of people are now tuning in because I want to see my reaction to the Islam fight. Look, I said this earlier. I sent him a voice message yesterday. Actually on Thursday night. I said, look, I know you're about to make weight, and I just want to let you know that I've known you since you were a young kid, since he was like 23, 24 years old. So no matter what he does tonight, I'm extremely proud of this young man. He's done so much. He's listened. He's been a great student, I think, for Javier, for Habib's father, for Habib. Like he does everything he's asked to do. The fact that he's challenging himself to try to win a second title is huge. So no matter what happens tonight, I mean, I just had to let him know that, like, proud of him, super happy that he's given this a chance. Super happy that he's given this a chance. This is big. It's a big deal. So good on him. Proud of him. And hey, those of you guys that don't know, I'm gonna announce it before we do this main event. We won't be doing my recaps at the end of the night. I do them tomorrow night. I'll be doing them with my boy Angelo. We do a live show tomorrow night. I will make sure you hit the bell and the notifications because we will set the time. Normally it's going to be at 8:30 Central Time. So 7:30? I think 8 o'clock. We'll do it at 8 o'clock Central Time. So you guys set your bell and your notifications, or hit the bell for notifications. Let us know. We'll be doing the live. We'll do a full recap, and we also do who's next at the same time. So we'll let you know who we think the main card should fight next. All the fighters that fought on the main card, what matches we would like to see them fight next. So, Yeah, Javier did say that he never seen him look as sharp. Look, it's definitely easier to look sharp when you're not having to kill yourself to get the weight down. Like Islam would come to train with me for some of my fights and getting ready for his fights as well. I think that he would come in around 185. You know, he would come to camp and I was only like 172. But as he got closer to his fights and I had already fought and I'd come in to help him train, he definitely felt a lot different, 2 weeks out from his fight than he did when he showed up. Well, I'm expecting to have the Islam that comes to camp fully energized, ready to fight. He looks really good right now. Looks like, he just looks great. I think it was good to see him literally the week before his fight and it's not killing himself to try to get his weight down. There was times when him and Habib both, it would be like the Wednesday before the last week of his training camp, they'd be like that Wednesday. They're already kind of like doing sauna and kind of getting their weight down a little bit, dieting down because they know they have so much weight to lose. When they were fighting at 55. I think this is a good weight for him. I'm hoping that he gets this thing done though. It's a big deal, huge part of his legacy. I'd love to see him be the double champ, and have an opportunity to win 2 titles. Huge deal, man. Huge. No matter what happens, I'm proud of him. So, yes, brother, who this guy? And then tomorrow night, we will do it at 8 p.m. Central Time. You guys set your notifications. Let you guys know that we'll be doing the full recap on this show tomorrow night. No, I have not met Hezbollah. I wish I could have. I have not met him. He was in New York, and I didn't get in New York where he was at, and so I had to fly out. But eventually I will. I'm very serious about going to Dagestan. So if I don't see him in Dagestan, then I will see him probably somewhere in Dubai because I'll probably be heading out to Dubai next time one of these guys fights out there. So I'd like to get some more time, some more training in with them. I'd like to be around the camp a little bit more and have an opportunity to spend more time with the guys. So. Yeah. Oh, huge fight. Huge fight. JDM is very tough. I think, the boxing and the body shots are going to be key. How does JDM deal with the southpaw? And will the kicks be a factor? This is going to be just a fun fight, man. This is going to be good. I think the wrestling, the ability, will Islam have the conditioning, the cardio after rounds 3, 4, and 5 into those championship rounds? I believe he will. I think the weight cut used to get to him, and we would see that in those fights. I don't think that that's going to be the deal in this situation. Now, the weight itself, how much does JDM weigh walking into the cage? I can tell you pretty much how much Islam is going to weigh walking in the cage. He's going to weigh probably 190, I'd say 189 to 190, 191, somewhere in that mix. He will not weigh over that. He will fight at that weight because that's the weight that he trained at. Every fighter, and if they don't know, they should know that whatever weight you trained at, if I walked around and trained every day at 172, which is what I did, I never went into a fight weighing 174. That's carrying 2 more pounds of your body weight that you were not used to carrying throughout your camp. So don't do that to yourself. They're walking out. JDM right now is walking out. 605 Abu 605. The time right now, they're not fighting. JDM is making his way to the cage. Yes, I agree, George. If Islam wins, we send Angelo to Dagestan 2-3 years. Forget. Oh, man. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow night for our live show of the full recap. And then we're also going to do who's next at the same time. We will talk about who is next for each one of the main event fighters. And we might even do a couple of the prelims because this card was a stacked card. So look, JDM, a very, very tough fighter. Good scramble. People to forget, you got to go back and take a look at JDM's not Ultimate Fighter, Dana White Contender Series fight. His ability to scramble was evident in that fight. And he still didn't get credit all through his way, all the way up to winning the title and his ability to scramble throughout then. He can scramble better, like with the best of them. Like he reminds me a little bit of Benil Dariush when it comes to the scrambling. Never sits still, does his roll throughs, finds his way back up to his feet, makes it very awkward for a lot of these guys to hold him down. So he just, what he does do is he does make mistakes in those transitions because he just goes for it, which is great. As a fan, you love to see it. But when it comes to the grappling aspect of it all, I mean, Islam is the better grappler. Islam is the better wrestler. The striking, I would say it's probably about 50-50. I would maybe give the nudge to JDM. You know, he puts his combinations together a little bit better than Islam, but Islam, people don't understand. His style of striking is very calculated. He's a perfectionist in everything he does, which can work for you and it can work against you because you have something in your mind on how you want to let these strikes go. And if it doesn't work out, you can sometimes leave yourself behind. And that's how you get caught in transition. So huge fight, 18-2, Jack Della Maddalena, the champion at 170 versus Islam Makhachev at 27-1, and the former champion in the lightweight division at 155 pounds. Islam is a minus 305 favorite, and JDM is a plus 245 dog. So here we go, because it's time, as Bruce Buffer likes to say. I can't say it that loud because my throat is a little hoarse, but eager and waiting. Let's go. Let's go. They're doing the intros right now for those of you guys that are not watching, but oh, I see that. Crucial, the Dawn, rest in peace, Benil Dariush. He's not done, guys. He's not done. He will never make another run at the title. I'll go ahead and admit to that, but he is not done. There's plenty of fights. Most of you guys were probably saying that Jim Miller was done 10 years ago. Okay. Jim Miller is still around, still beating people, still doing his thing. So Benil Dariush is not done. Benil, he might be the silver fox. He has got gray hair, looks like a runway model, but he's not done. The guy can still fight. He's having a hard time with the top guys in the weight class right now, the top 15. Maybe he's not a top 15 guy anymore, but we can definitely still tune in to watch him fight. Yeah. I'm getting a little nervous, guys. I'm getting nervous now. This is where I get a little, yeah. Oh man, I hate this part because as a friend, right? You have no control. As a corner, you have no control. Like when you're in the cage, you feel like you have all the control. Sometimes it goes your way, sometimes it doesn't. But as a friend, you're on the outside going, oh, man, you wish you could be in there for them, but you also know this is something they got to do. And they have all the tools, they have all the weapons, they trained hard, they're ready for it, all of those things. But the fight is so unpredictable. Anything can happen. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. RW. I know you're just messing with me, man. I know you're just messing with me. Come on. Come on. I know, man. I'm nervous as crap too right now. Oh. I think if this fight hits the ground, yeah, yep. Hashtag and new. Look at that. Hashtag and still the champion as the best podcast in the game. All right. He filled out pretty good after the weigh-ins. He looks very serious right now. This is his first title defense. The first title defense is it's the toughest. It's the toughest. There's a lot of expectations. You dominated, you feel confident, you won the title convincingly, all of those things. Come on, man. I feel like in transition is where Islam can catch him in terms of like submission wise. In the wrestling, in the foot sweeps, in any of those positions, they look about the same size. JDM maybe has maybe an inch height, maybe, or a half inch height, maybe a little bit wider shoulders. I mean, you guys saw on the squeeze machine, though, Islam's got the title, I think. He's got the squeeze machine title. His wrist control, all of those things, very key, man. Very key. Yeah, we talked about it, RW. We talked about the video of Dylan Denis. We're going to definitely talk about that tomorrow on the live show tomorrow night. Both fighters are southpaw. This is where this is where I get a little nervous with Islam. Is that JDM's very comfortable just walking into shots. Islam is a very doesn't like, not I don't want to say doesn't like to be hit. He just chooses not to get hit. His style, like I said, is perfectionist style. The objective in fighting is to hit and not be hit. He has that style which he chooses to fight. Whereas JDM, take a look at his nose. He's okay with getting hit. There it is, the little push kick up the middle. I know there was conversation about, utilizing that because JDM likes to go ahead and lean forward a little bit with his hands up like that. Like to see it. Let's go, buddy. Come on. There it is. Nice little snatch. There's the take. Work for that top position. Look for him to pass guard. To get heavy with he'll get heavy with this position. Slow and methodically, he'll look to pass. Okay. Try to make JDM work from this position as best he can. Do a little bit of damage as best you can. Come on. I love this is what the Russians do, so the Dagestans do so well. See the far side underhook? How he's controlling the shoulder a little bit, but he also just keeps that pressure, and they lean so far off to the side, that ear to ear pressure. So then what it does, it puts you kind of in a position that leaves that whole left side open. So if you start trying to wiggle them back to the other side, they can bring their knee across to go to 3/4 mount. And if you keep trying to come out and scoot your hip out, they eventually just pass and get to side control. See how flat he's laying? He's controlling this position. What JDM doesn't want to do is he doesn't want to allow himself to give himself to the back, give himself a back. Where he does not want Islam on his back. Nice job at posturing. Look, he was able to frame him away. Islam doing a good job. There you go. There's that little hook. Right to the hook. He's going to sag him a little bit to this front side. Normally what he'll do is, there you go. Normally what he'll do is he'll push that forearm into that's where he doesn't want to be, right there with JDM does not want to be here. Nice work by Islam. Look for him to flatten him out. The physical strength and the elbows. Oh, nice job of getting back to half guard, though. That's exactly where JDM needed to be. That was a great job by JDM. He almost got flattened out. A lot of strength, a lot of muscle used right there by Islam. Great job at taking the back and then going from the back to the side control to the not side control, but to half guard. Very good position for him. And I said this like leading up to this fight multiple times. Look for Islam to, even though getting the snatch singles, getting the doubles, look for him to elevate the leg and just attack the far side leg. So get into a single leg to elevate and then trip behind or foot sweep or any of those things that don't take a ton of effort. Islam doing a really good job. He's looking to set up that Darce. There it is. He's allowing him to get the underhook. He starts allowing him to get the underhook. He'll start attacking that Darce. There it is. See? JDM doing a great job. Great job. Got to be honest, man. It's a ton of regular viewers on our show. You guys, thank you guys for deleting all the spam stuff. We're at 15 seconds of the first round. Islam's been on top predominantly the whole round, doing some good work. chasing a couple submissions from here. Nice work by JDM, though. I don't understand what the camera work is doing there. That was a legal blow. I mean, eek. Very much could say. I mean, after everything we've been through with eye pokes and this and that, I mean, up kick to the face is pretty important. But all right, first round's done. Obviously, I think Islam wins the first round 10-8, or sorry, 10-9. 10-9 first round. Nice work on the snatch. Watch how he goes here. He waits for JDM to look like boom. Brought his hands back to his face, understanding that his hands were all the way up. That's what's going to expose JDM to the single legs and the double legs, is that keeping his hands so high, it's going to be very difficult. And these type of takedowns are going to happen frequently. I mean, if it's going Islam's way. There's a stern warning right there. Islam not even breathing hard right now. Very impressive. Very, very impressive. Notice how JDM doesn't have his hands by his head anymore. He understands he's got to stay a little bit more fluid with his hands so he can drop them. Oh, they're back up by his head. I don't think that's where he wants to be. The takedowns are going to it's very rare that you get two southpaw fighters to fight each other. JDM switching his stance, going back and forth, which is where I think will be the difference. Those kicks will be there. Islam's got to be careful moving away with his chin up. Nice. There's that head kick. I love that head kick by him. Into the body lock. Nice work. Now watch for the foot sweeps. Watch how he'll start getting, he got the far side underhook, or he's got the underhook on the left side. Islam will step. Oh, nice little try to hip toss on that. Don't want to fight on the hips. Watch for the armbar. Nice work by JDM, though, trying to make that transition to the armbar, but he should have went back up to his knees and tried to work his way back up to his feet. The armbar is not really there anymore. Might be able to still fish one out a little bit. Not really. Yeah, he's got to watch that Dariush too. Islam with the right arm between the legs, kind of keeping JDM pinched against the fence. Nice work. Now, Islam's got to get busy, though. He's got to get busy with the elbows. Got to get busy with some action here. He's got that far side underhook. There's the elbows that we were just talking about. Nothing worse than watching your friends fight, man. I hate this. He's in that half guard position. He's got the far side underhook, head down, keeping that nice tight position. Got to work covering the mouth. Covering the mouth really tries to, and what that does is it makes them breathe a little extra heavy. It messes up their rhythm of their breathing. And then on top of that, it makes them move. Nice elbow by Islam. Nice work. Nice work. JDM's really struggling with the pressure and the heaviness of Islam. Nice work. He's got to get busier with the elbows. The punches are great, but if you want the refs to start paying attention to any type of work, you got to start landing the elbows. Multiple times I've had several conversations with multiple refs, but especially Big John on the refs don't really start paying attention until you start landing clean elbows. You land one or two good elbows, you'll see them adjust right away and get themselves right into the action. You see Javier Mendez in the background there. He's just staying calm, staying quiet. You can see Islam dominating this top position. That grip on that wrist. He's really just looking to control that wrist. Yep. Because you can't get up. If you can't post up on that elbow or on the hand, to try to work your way out on the side, you're going to have a hard time getting yourself back up to your feet. Come on. 1 minute left in the second round. Islam's got the takedown early in this fight. Actually, JDM went for the hip toss. Actually put himself on the ground next to Islam. Islam was able to transition to the top position. That's how we ended up here. Very surprised to see JDM try to hip toss Islam. He was halfway there, to be honest. But then Islam was able to kind of get back up to his knees, and you saw JDM roll underneath, try to attack the arm. This is where that heavy positioning for him works. There's Islam with the big elbows from the top position. 20 seconds left in the second round. 18 seconds, 17 seconds. I see some of you guys asking, Islam working for the choke. Oh, nice work by JDM to get himself back up to the feet, but Islam with the knees to the body. 5 seconds left. 4. Islam working for the takedown again. Good knees. JDM trying to dig the underhooks. Nicely done. Round ends. Islam with round 2. I'd say round 1 and 2, but both of them look like they're in phenomenal shape. You can tell that JDM's a little frustrated. He understands what's going on. But I also think that the plan, I would say, they kind of expected this. They expected Islam to be strong, be able to wrestle and have control in this first round, in this first 2 rounds. I think that they're really trying to plan out rounds 3, 4, and 5. Because the physical strength that Islam is having to use to hold JDM down, you can tell. Like he's really making sure that he's working hard. JDM is to make Islam work hard to hold him down. Islam looking fantastic right now. This is a long fight, though. What I love is I'm seeing both corners. Neither fighter is breathing heavy. Neither one. And this is where I was coming off is with Islam. I've always felt like the weight cut was the thing that gave him the hardest, was giving him the results that we were seeing in rounds 4 and 5 in the championship rounds. You take a look at the Dustin Poirier fight, you take a look at the Volk fight. Literally, it was the weight cuts. He starts to slow down in those rounds 4 and 5 because of how much weight he has to cut. And the rehydration, you never get fully rehydrated, even with 36 hours. Islam with a great pep in his step right now. He just got to make sure that his hands stay tight, stays focused. He's controlling the top dominant position. So we're at 4:30, 4:29 of the third round. Islam looking really good right now. You can tell JDM seems a little skittish right now on the boxing now. See how he's kind of like he's leaning backwards on that back foot, which exposes the lead leg for the single leg snatch. What he doesn't want to do is get out there and try and do this like cardio kickboxing where he's just throwing little kicks here and there, because eventually one of those kicks will get caught. And that's how you get taken down by JDM. Watch Islam. They're just circling. They're just kind of filling each other out. We're in the beginning of round 3. Nice kick by Islam. You saw JDM kind of wince a little bit there. Islam got to get back to the kicks. So what happens when you're predominantly southpaw? Ooh, nice head kick. Just came over the top of JDM. Islam threw that head kick and JDM ducked just underneath it. This is where Islam doesn't want to hang out. This is where I was concerned with him the most, is inside that tie plum. I hate that tie plum when it comes to the wrestling. I know he utilizes that for foot sweeps and everything. I just don't like it because sometimes you have a tendency to leave your chin in the air trying to pull their head down. You lift your chin up. But I love these kicks by Islam. There it is. Easy takedown attempt. Double leg right to the pass position for Islam. Right to that front headlock. Look for Islam looking to set up the Darce. You'll see JDM he's really trying to keep his arms in tucked, not allowing the Darce to get settled in. Islam looks fantastic right now. He looks really good, like so composed, does not breathing heavy. But by the end of round 3 is when you start feeling if you're tired or not, because you're used to doing those 3 rounds. 3 rounds is just like a day in the park. It's like a walk in the park these days. But it's when it's round 4 and 5 and you have an opponent that wants to push on you because they know they're behind. So JDM's going to start pushing the action, realizing, hey, I got to get this fight. I got to find a way to make something happen. Those are the dangerous rounds in rounds 4 and 5. Islam doing a good job. He's got to be a little bit more active on top. He doesn't have the far side underhook right now, which is where I'd like to see him be. He's got the near side underhook. There he goes. He's working for the far side again. If you're someone that's fighting, like if you want to predominantly be on the top position, you want your opponent's back to be flat on the ground. If you're looking to pass, if you're looking to get to mount, if you're looking to do any of those things, you want your opponent's back to be flat on the mat. In Islam's position, he wants JDM to be a little bit on his side. So he's desperately trying to turn to his side so then I can start attacking my chokes, the arming guillotine or the darce or the anacondas, anything along those lines where he's slightly on his side, where he's trying to dig an underhook. If he digs the underhook, that's when that submission comes in a lot smoother. There it is. See, he goes to dig the underhook, and then Islam starts to try to attack it. So there really is no proper answer. You've got to try to possibly get to like the butterfly position to try to elevate them and get out of that position from there. Right now, Islam is dominating the side control position or the half guard position because JDM's afraid to really dig that underhook because he knows the darce is coming. And as you can tell, the physical strength for Islam, it doesn't seem to be like weaning at all. Like he still looks physically really strong. He's got great top position. You see JDM trying to work. He's got that little overhook kind of thing where he comes underneath and tries to like sit through. I love those little 12-6 elbows by Islam. It's making Jack really kind of reestablish himself underneath Islam. 17 seconds left in the 3rd round. Islam's pretty much dominated this round from the top position. There you go. JDM able to scramble again. Nice elbows. Got to get after that elbow. Oh, there's that arm again. Oh, nice job nice hip toss by Islam though. JDM was working his way back up to his feet, and then Islam stepped across and did a little hip toss. Got him right back to his knees. That's the end of the round. Round 3. Right now, Islam has won all 3 rounds. Unless I'm missing something, if you guys are in the chat, you guys feel like you're seeing something else, you guys let me know. But right now, I've got Islam winning all 3 rounds. Sorry, guys, I'm sick, so bear with me. Try not to choke. Yeah, I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for that submission. But I think that JDM is more concerned about not giving up the submission instead of fighting for that. You can just tell that JDM seems a little frustrated right there in the corner. He has no answer for the takedowns. And Islam looks absolutely fantastic. Look at him in the corner. Not breathing hard. Get ready to walk out. He's ready to fight. A lot of questions were answered about the cardio. And I couldn't say it enough, is that the cardio to me there's questions about his cardio all had to do with the weight cut. And we're seeing that tonight. It's also very easy like to not look tired when you've dominated the first 3 rounds. That was a nice little head kick by JDM. We're at 4:45 of the 4th round. JDM's mistake is that he's not throwing anything hard. He's just like kind of touching and touching. See that right there? That wasn't a hard push kick. Like throw it like you mean it. He's got to throw his combinations like he means it. He's not. I think he's so timid right now because of the takedowns. He just wants to lay it out there a little bit to see if there's a reaction from Islam. Islam looks fantastic right now. But we're in round 4, and this is where a lot of the questions that people had need to be answered. So in rounds 4 and 5, will Islam's cardio hold up? Will Islam be able to handle the physical size of JDM? All of those things. We're at 358 of the fourth round. 355, 354. If you guys are following along. Yeah, right now they're kind of just filling each other out in this fourth round. JDM looks a little timid right now on turn. He's not sure if he wants to punch, kick. Islam's really tearing up that lead leg when JDM goes to oh, nice takedown by Islam. When JDM goes to southpaw stance. Oh, right to the figure four on JDM. He's controlling this top position. He's kind of in that, I'd see that far side wrist control that keeps him from digging an underhook, that keeps him from pushing on the leg. And that control, he gets right to that dope mount kind of position, the old BJ Penn mount, where he kind of brings his right knee into the hip. And now he's kind of in a mount position. See how he's controlling that wrist on the ground? JDM has nothing to stop him from trying to get to mount or three-quarter mount. And having that head to the ground that keeps JDM's arm pinned. Oh, nice work by JDM, though. He's able to kind of roll and come underneath a little bit to create a little bit of a scramble. What you'll see now is, watch, Islam will look to flatten out his hips. He'll lay flat. Oh, right to the transition to the back. This is where JDM's got to be very careful. Remember, I was telling you guys early in the fight where he gives up position in scrambles sometimes, and now he's got his full back taken with the full figure four by Islam. And the squeeze. Oh, there, he's got the arm trapped. He's got that arm trapped. Very dangerous right here. He's got that arm trapped. He's got JDM's arm trapped, and he's working on that neck, trying to get to that choke. JDM going to belly down. Oh, he got his arm out. Nicely done by JDM. That's not easy. I was in that position last Thursday night. It was very miserable. JDM, you're a better man than myself, my friend. Way better man. No, JDM is not. He's not mentally cracking at all. He's not checked out. There's no answer. He has no answer right now. You can tell he's still trying. There's nothing he can do in these positions. Islam is, man, I'm looking to see Islam. He's got to be a little bit more active on top. He's doing a great job controlling the position. Just got to posture up a little bit more, land some elbows, just be a little bit more active from the top position. I think if he's a little bit more active from the top, JDM will open up some spaces. It'll make it easier for Islam to get to a submission. The more space that, there you go, nice far side underhook. The more space that Islam gives him, the more ability that JDM will go ahead and try to get up. But in that transition, I think that Islam will be able to get to like a back position or a mount position or somewhere along that line to get to attack the submissions. And you can see they're showing video, or they're showing pics of JDM's lead leg calf. There's lead calf leg, because he's been taking some big kicks to that calf, and they had an effect right away. JDM started switching stance from out of that position as soon as Islam started kicking him there. You look for Islam. He's working the Kimura now. There's that Kimura. If you guys remember back to the Dan Hooker situation, what he'll do is he'll go ahead and straighten it. And when you go to bend it in towards his hips, he'll go to bend it in. Now he'll go to attack on the neck too. Or he'll look to figure four the legs and then circle your back off the fence. There he goes. Now he's going to work to the back. Got 12 seconds left, 10 seconds left. JDM looking to try to hip toss him. He's going to try to hit that switch. I don't think he'll be able to get that switch. There you go. Time is up. Round 4 in the bag. You can see that JDM feels very frustrated, very upset, flustered. There's no quitting this guy, though. We all know that. There's no quitting him. He's got some dog in him. Yeah, his calf looks a little bit swollen. You can tell it's bothering him. Yeah, this is one of those. Whew. We got one more round. Look, if you're JDM's coach and if you're JDM, you have nothing to lose. You've got to let it all hang out. Flying knees, jumping push kicks, Superman punches, I don't know, whatever it is, you've got to figure something out, because right now the traditional style of boxing, like he's getting in so deep on the double legs. I didn't think that Islam was going to even be shooting double legs. I thought he'd be punching his way more to the clinch. And look, you can tell Islam's not even breathing hard. And JDM just looks, he has that look on his face like, gosh, man, can't believe this happened to me. It's not over, though. These fights, this is not over. JDM just kind of pawing the jab. Oh, he's looking for that big overhand right. I want to see his. There it is, right there. Big deep takedown. Right to the takedown. Islam 442, 441. Islam with the takedown and the control. Looking to work that Dagestani handcuff. Kind of work the hand and the wrist behind his butt. See how he's got that wrist control. He's like punching it out. If your wrist is punched out here, I can't roll away because my wrist is trapped to the ground. He's working that Kimura again, a la Dan Hooker. If that wrist is out here, I can only roll towards it. I can't roll away from it. So it makes it very difficult for you to escape. You only have one direction. That means I got to roll into them to get it. I'm doing a fantastic job controlling this top position. Fantastic job. I mean, you've got what you've got is with JDM. He's been more of an anti-grappler and not really taking any real chances to try to get up and get away. Not that as if he could. I'm just simply put, it's very difficult to get away from Islam. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I've seen him go with world-class black belts. I've seen him go with world-class black belts that are 185, 190 pounds, 200 pounds, and he's done just fine. All of them have even said, like, man, he's possibly the strongest guy I've ever trained with. You know, and that says a lot. Yeah, just the overall control. And Islam doesn't even seem to be breathing hard. Getting that heavy pressure. He's past guard now. Islam's been able to pass guard. He's not fully passed yet. JDM's calf or knee is kind of knee shielding. Oh, but Islam back into the half guard. Just a great job, like controlling the legs, cross facing. See, like JDM, you can't go into that type of pressure. It's very difficult, but you're gonna either have to turn and roll away from it and give up your back and try to scramble from there. Because if you keep trying to turn into him, you're just beating your head against the wall. You're making yourself more tired, and there's nothing coming of it. Very tough, very tough fight for JDM. Far side underhook. I want to see Islam get a little bit busier with the elbows from that top position. Watch for him to try to maybe go to like 3-quarter mount. Oh, JDM put him into full guard. Let's see how JDM works from this full guard position. This is pretty much the first time he's been in this full guard position the whole fight. He's kind of kept himself into that half guard position. Islam doing a good job keeping that top position. We have 1:50 left in the 5th round. Islam passes to half guard on the left side. There's the Darce. He's looking to set up that Darce again. He's trying to set up the buggy choke. He's long and lanky like that. He'd be able to set that up if he was able to get to it. 125, 124. Sorry, guys. 125, 124. That's the time on it. 120. Islam in that target. He's working that Darce right there from that position. He's got to be very careful. Oh, there's that buggy choke he's working for. Islam doing a good job trying to defend it. Back to the Darce is where Islam is going. 1 minute left. Minute 4, minute 3, minute 2, 1 minute. What are you talking about? RW, Islam always in boring fights, which is crazy to me because I think 8 of his last 10 fights have all been finishes. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, he is. Yeah. JDM's long and lanky. He's tall, long, and lanky, man, for the weight class. 34, 33, 32, 31, 30. Oh, RW, just being salty, man. You just salty. Creating legacy, man. 2 belts. 2 belts. Jumping 15 pounds, not just 10. That's a big deal, man. That's a big deal. So we're 10 seconds away. 9, 8, 7. There we go. Islam did better. Yeah, Islam did do better than Valentina. You know, look, big time fight. Islam going up in weight. Always the respect. Islam's a bad boy, man. He's a bad boy. You know, you got to love JDM, dude. Respectful, great guy, man. Respectful and great guy. Love everything about those guys. Look at, I love this. Islam telling Craig Jones, "You're next, brother." Yes. I would like to say but I was only there for 2 days of camp. That was it. But it feels great, man. It feels great to see your boys succeed. It's sad that there's somebody on the other end that has to lose, but man, it's great. I love that all the work that these guys have put in. I love seeing them succeed. It's fantastic. Huge. He doesn't even look tired. This is exactly what my point was, is him having to cut all that weight for so many times, so many years. The overall fatigue and those calf kicks, they came through from the very first one to the last one, man. I was very surprised. This, I felt like, was the change of the tide of the fight. This was the beginning of the second round where JDM tried to hip toss him and ended up on bottom. And the rest of the fight after that, the takedowns just came easier. And you can see JDM's leg after calf kick after calf kick. He started having to switch his stance, and then the double legs came sooner and the single legs came easier. Everything came easier after that. There was no reaction, no ability to stop the takedowns whatsoever. So absolutely a great night by my boy. Can you guys tell me what he's saying in the post-fight interview? Oh, there's Ali, Habib, Umar. Great stuff, man. Absolutely great stuff. Two belts. You couldn't be happier. You guys call it a disgusting fight style. Look, winning your second title is more important than making sure that you're super excited. I thought he did a great job. Obviously, you guys are going to think I'm biased, but what I get frustrated with is like Valentina. She's been dominant at that weight class and has a tendency to not even look for submissions. In the 5th round, Islam is going for the Darce, attacking the Darce, trying to get to the finish. You've got to give some credibility to that, okay? With Valentina, there was never an effort for a submission, never an effort to finish it with strikes. That's what my frustration was with Valentina. So, look, I'm happy for him. Can you guys tell me what's going on and what he's saying? Because I can't hear it. 2 belts. Huge deal. Tell me what Joe's saying. Come on, guys. Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. Double champ. Double champ. I mean, a very dominant position. So we'll see. Hey, we're going to find out what happens next. I mean, to think that like Ilia Topuria, like he's going to come up to 170, they're going to make that fight. We're going to find out. We're going to find out how they make that fight. What do you guys think? I think they're going to capitalize on that fight before they make another 170-pound fight. It's going to be Ilia Topuria and Islam Makhachev for the welterweight title. I think that Islam's going to control it from beginning to end. No, Islam, no. Let's be, look, 8 of his last 10 fights. Now this is 11. 8 of his last 11 fights have been finishes. You guys got to dial it down. It's very difficult to go up in weight class and dominate the champion like he did. Give him a little bit of credit. I'd be doing the same thing if it was Wei Li. If she came up to Valentina's weight, only 10 pounds, and if she was able to dominate her, I'd be saying the same thing. I don't care how she did it. She was able to come up 10 pounds. In this case, Islam comes up 15 pounds, dominated JDM. Dominated him. JDM has never lost in the UFC. Give the guy his due, man. Stop being haters, guys. Look, I do want to see the Ilia fight. I think a lot of people want to see the Ilia fight. So you can call it boring, but he's wearing 2 straps now. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. What did he say? Give me what he said. Yeah, Volk is also in Australia. I don't think they're chasing anybody over there. for breaking the copyright laws. I know all the haters are incoming. I get it, guys. I get it. Hey, guys, I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have been fantastic, man. Thanks for the super chats. You guys were awesome. And just a reminder, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Central Time, I'll be doing a live with my boy Angelo. We'll be doing a full fight breakdown of this card, and we'll also be giving you guys what's next. If you guys don't know what what's next is, that's what we actually tell you all the main card fighters on who we think they should fight next. We play matchmaker for tomorrow night. So this is a big deal. Kamaru Usman possibly next in line. Carlos Prates possibly next in line. Ilia Topuria possibly next in line. I mean, some big time fights tonight. Michael Morales possibly next in line. We're going to find out. Bilal Muhammad is fighting, I think, in a week or two. He's another fighter. If he gets a win, I can see him potentially being next in line. There's big fights to be had in the welterweight division, and we are all stoked for it. I cannot wait. Thank you guys so much for joining me on my live show. And I want to say congratulations to my brother Islam, Habib, Javier, everybody. You guys, amazing. Great job. Love seeing your success. And on to the next one. See you guys next time.